What's up, everybody? Welcome to Progressive Talk Live, Prog Talk. This is where you want to be, greatest show on earth. I'm your host, handsome, humble Dusty Smith. We have a packed fucking show for you guys tonight. I have like 3 shows worth of shit to cover tonight. Man, it's popping off out there. Minneapolis is burning. Donald Trump is being a fucking moron. Gotta cover that lady who called the cops on the guy for asking her to put a leash on her dog. And Chud Watch. Gotta cover all that shit tonight. Got a bunch of shit to cover, so we're gonna get through it. But first off, how the fuck are you guys doing tonight? Hope you guys are good. Thank you for joining me. Hope you're staying safe and healthy out there. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Is that Dusty singing? Totally. That is my voice. This is where you want to be. Nailed it. Yeah. Good evening, astronaut. How you doing? Dusty Smith, best human. I can't disagree with you on that. Hello, sexy. What's up, sex pecan? I can't talk to you like that because you're only 16, so don't talk to me like that, sex pecan. What up, Dusty and everybody? Glad you're on. Hey, Emirate. How's it going? Thank you guys for joining me. Had a pretty good week. Had a little bit of adventure. This is my lame-ass excuse for adventure. So, as you guys know, I'm quite the pirate. Pirating is love. Pirating is life. And I pirate pretty much every fucking video game that's ever made. And the reason is that I'm picky, folks. I only like a very limited certain amount of games. And so basically, I download everything to try it out. To see if I like it. Normally I only play games for like 30 minutes. And I'm like, nope, this is not my game. So very rarely I find a game that I really like. And so the other day, I was pirating a game called Total Warhammer 2. No, Warhammer 2 Total War. That's what it was. Or maybe it was Total War Warhammer 2. Whatever it was. And I was like, yeah, this is a fucking fun game, man. I like this game. This is right up my fucking alley. So, the only version they had on the pirate site, though, had a bug on it where it would randomly crash every time you won a battle. And I was like, well, this fucking sucks. And usually, though, when I like a game, I go buy it. Because, you know, why wouldn't you go buy it? I try them all out. If I don't like them, I don't buy them. But if I like them, I go buy them. So I was like, oh, fine. I'm sick of this game crashing. I'm going to go buy Total Warhammer 2 or whatever the fuck it's called. And the game came out in 2017, and they still want $60 goddamn dollars for the game. It's like $65 with tax. And I'm like, god damn it, why this game 3 years old and still fucking $65? That's crazy as shit, man. I was like, I'll just wait till it's on sale. It's 3 years old. It's got to go on sale sometime, right? But I was like, man, I really like this game, though. I want to play this game. So I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to bite the bullet and buy the goddamn games. I bought it, 65 fucking bucks. And so my ass is playing this game, and I swear this is what happened. I played for 3 fucking hours, right? 3 hours. And then I went back to the store page of the game to check on it. Just, I don't even know why I fucking went there. And in the 3 hours I had been playing, they reduced the price of the game, $45. It was $20, like $22 with tax. Like if I'd have bought it like an hour earlier, so I was like, oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me, really? Really, that's my fucking luck. They put it on sale like an hour after I goddamn buy the goddamn thing. But luckily, I messaged Steam and they gave me a refund on it, and I was able to buy it for the cheaper price. So that was my adventure. At least Steam is pretty cool about that kind of bullshit. So, you guys play any good games out there? I played Total War. I played Doom Eternal. It's alright. I didn't really get that much into it, but it was pretty cool. They got a decent copy of that on the pirate sites, too. So what you gonna do? How about Doom? It's used. It is a user on Amazon. I got it off Steam. That's where I buy everything from Steam. So, anyway, let me start the show. Before I do, folks, if you want to support the show, please consider supporting it on patreon.com/codcast. $1 or $2 a month. We lost a few patrons, I guess, so we're down underneath $1,500. So, like, whatever you can afford, most of the money goes to the Humanist Society, Mississippi Animal Sanctuary, where we take care of the cute little dogs and cats and give them forever homes. Forever homes. Speaking of which, I'll show you guys this. Fun fact about me, folks. Basically, I'm a doggy security guard in my day life. I have 3 TVs in front of me, 3 monitors, and usually like 2 of them have different stuff for work and whatnot. But this one over here, I always have my live feed of the dogs. So I sit here and watch the dogs all day because if they bark, I have to like use the intercom system to yell at them and tell them to be quiet so the neighbors are not disturbed. So basically, I spend most of my day staring at these dogs. So yeah, doggy security guard. But you guys help pay for this. There's like actually like 5 or 6 dogs in this picture if you can point them all out. But anyway, Appreciate that. Whatever you guys can afford, if you can help me out, much appreciated. And also, super chats, lifeblood of the show, super chats. No question dodged, every question answered. Super chats, and there's a little dollar sign down here. You click on it, donate whatever you can afford. The more you donate, the more serious I take your questions. So, buy my love, super chats. You know how it works. And Ann Aspatch, usually the first one to super chat me. What's up, Ann Aspatch? Good to see you. Hey, Dusty, I missed a couple super chats. That's okay. You know, you guys are doing whatever you can. I appreciate it. Even the ones that have stopped being my patrons, I just want to say I really appreciate it. You know, I know you guys can't do it forever sometimes, and, you know, I appreciate you doing it for as long as you want to, or as long as you can, right? So, I'm falling behind and getting rusty. I don't even play no video games. Yeah, jump on that. Video games are fun. Love to you and Kelsey and all the fur babies. Appreciate it. Love to you and Aspatch. Breaking Bet on 94. If you like it, I love. Yep, make sure you like the video, folks. Very important. Help me spread the news. Start spreading the news. This show fucking rocks. Gotta tell all your friends about it. Progressive talk. What up, Dusty? Glad you're still streaming, buddy. Yep, I'm still doing what I do. Gotta do what you do. Sophia, Christina, both though, when are you gonna have me on your show? LOL. I gotta do that eventually. Like, I've been planning on having like eventually like live streams on Twitch where I have guests on. I usually don't have guests on this main show because it never goes good because I have so much stuff to cover already. But definitely gonna work on that. Left are being idiots, some of them anyway. Okay, left and right are often idiots. They're made up of human beings, and human beings suck ass. So what you gonna do? Stupidity abounds all the fuck around. Borderlands 3 is melee on acid. Okay. I haven't played Borderlands 3 in a little while. I'll have to pick that up again sometime. Cult of Dusty, can we maybe do a little overtime tonight? Some of us need to feel normal. Yep, I have a lot of materials. I'm going to try to do all of it tonight. We'll see how long it takes. If I can do it 2 hours, I do it 2 hours. If it takes me 3, I'll do 3 hours. Whatever it takes. We're going to power the fuck through it. So let me go ahead and get started on the fucking show. Yeah, so basically this is 2020 so far, folks. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on in this world right now, but yep, this is basically an analogy of what's happening on a symbol. I don't know what this dude's doing. I don't know why your fucking haystack truck is on fire. I don't know why you're driving it, spreading fire everywhere. That doesn't seem right. I think that dude's gonna lose his job. But yeah, that's 2020 so far, and the prime example is what has happened in Minneapolis. So I agree with Pat and Oswald right here. I'm sure you guys know what the fuck's happening. This fucking piece of goddamn shit nailed on this guy's throat for like 8 minutes and he died. But hey, guess what, guys? He didn't die from being nailed on. That's what they're claiming now. I'm gonna show you. They're already setting up the defense to get this guy off. And good lord, you thought the looting and the rioting was bad before. If they let this guy off, man, it's going to be like the Rodney King riots all over again, which we're also going to talk about. But yeah, this is why they kneel. This is why they kneel, because like you're literally kneeling on their throats and shit. And another illustration of this, while canceling Trump now, don't forget to do it in November too, when it actually matters. Yep, you're violating my freedom. I can't breathe. Yeah, one of these actually matters, and the other them don't. One of you are whiny piss babies, and the other ones actually are just trying to fight for their survival and their liberty. And it's easy to see which is which. It's easy to see who the bad guys are, right? So first off, I don't know if this is true or not. There have been lots of pictures going around of this cop who murdered Floyd. And they say this is him. I don't really know if this is him. There have been a couple other pictures going around, but this was at a Cops for Trump rally in Minnesota, so it might be him. I'm not 100% sure, but I do know, like I said, there have been a lot of false pictures of this guy going around, so I have to take them with a grain of salt, but definitely would be surprised if this guy was a Trump supporter, because, no, pieces of shit generally tend to be Trump supporters. So, basically, this guy had a incredible history of having conduct complaints against him. Minneapolis police officer at the center of George Floyd's death had been with the department since 2001. During his career, he was the subject of dozens of police conduct complaints. He was never disciplined. And this is the whole problem, folks. Like, they don't hold their own accountable. You want to know why your goddamn police station is on fire right now? You want to know why people are screaming all cops are bastards? It's because, like, you guys have created this situation. I will be so fucking angry. The goddamn press release they put out about an officer-involved incident where a guy with a medical condition died. Like, fuck, I would be angry too. You guys are like, like, I'm not for violence. I'm definitely not for fucking violence, but I have no problem burning down the goddamn police department. I'm sorry, I don't. I just don't have a problem with that. Like, it's gonna happen all over the place. We're reaching a tipping point, motherfuckers. You guys have had ample opportunity to get your shit in order, and you won't. You're bullies. You're the thugs. You fucking are a gang. One of the most powerful gangs, probably the most powerful gang in the country right now. And you just run roughshod over fucking everybody with no accountability whatsoever. And it's coming back, you know. The chickens are coming home to roost. And so, first off, he said that the guy was resisting arrest. Now, regardless if he was resisting arrest or not, you don't have the right to fucking throw him to the ground, put your knee on his neck, and murder him. But, yep, it turns out the footage came out from the store security camera nearby, and the guy wasn't resisting arrest at all. They basically just threw him to the ground and put their knee on his throat. I guess because, allegedly, he forged a $20 check. So, like, nothing cops say should be taken at face value, right? In my opinion. Like, whatever a cop's word is, it should automatically be assumed that they're lying. And they should have to have more evidence to back up anything they say before the charges stick. So if a cop says that he has resisted arrest, I don't believe you, cop. Nope, the court should not believe the cops anymore. Now, do you have fucking video footage, right? Do you have multiple non-cop eyewitnesses that can back you up? That's the only time we should believe fucking cops. And, like, literally, they should completely strip the police down, disband them, and create a whole nother fucking system. And one of the main things the system, in my opinion, should be created on is that cops are not to be believed. Cops need tons of additional evidence to back up whatever they're going to say before charges should be able to stick, in my opinion, because these motherfuckers are liars, they're assholes, they'll say anything to cover for themselves and each other, and it's time to stop taking them seriously. Fuck cops, right? And I've had cops be nice to me, but I'm mad. I'm mad just like every fucking body else is, and that is the correct response, in my opinion. So, first what started happening is, right, they didn't arrest these guys. They were lollygagging, the officials. They even came out and said, hey, there's reason not to arrest these guys. We're going to get into it in a minute. But then, obviously, protests started mounting. Slowly but surely, tens of thousands of people started filling the streets and protesting. And it's kind of horrible that this happened at the worst time during a pandemic. Like, seriously. And I understand this is a lot different than the people that were protesting because they couldn't go to Baskin and Robbins. But at the same time, it's like, you don't want this kind of stuff to happen ever, where people have to go to the streets and protest. But it's like it makes it even worse that it's happening right now during a pandemic, because like these protests are going to get people sick. People are going to die. It's going to spread the disease, unfortunately. I'm not saying they shouldn't be out there protesting. I'm not saying that. I understand the anger. I understand why you're doing it. It's just really fucking horrendous timing for all of this. And there's no way you can do social distancing under these kind of situations. But at least the vast majority of the protesters on the left, most of them are on the left, at least they're wearing masks, right? So they have more sense than the fucking right-wing shitheads who carry guns instead of wearing masks. Say his name. So people are mad, folks. You know, they have every fucking right to be mad. Yeah, it's getting crazy out there, right? And look, they're just trying to cause trouble, these cops. These cops are not making a good showing for themselves in what they're doing out here. They're just making the situation worse because they don't give a fuck. They know they've never been held accountable. A lot of the cops were they were either bullies in school, and they miss being fucking bullies, and so they want to become cops so they can bully people, or they were picked on in school. They were the little fucking weenie-ass nerds who were picked on, and so they want their chance to pick on others and be fucking shitheads to become cops. Not all of them, folks, but a lot of them are fucking like this. And here's an example. Cops just out there, give us an excuse to shoot you, just running their fucking mouth. Why are you talking, cop? Let me play this before I get too mad, so you guys can get mad with me.
It's good to meet you all.
Hey, you as well. Have a blessed night, brother.
Thank you. You too.
He just said, give us a reason.
Right now? Is that what you're asking for? Oh, shit. You're asking for it? You're asking for a reason to shoot a citizen? You fucking coward! You're looking for a reason to hit a fucking citizen? You fucking pussy!
Yeah, fucking cowards walking around. Give us a reason to shoot you. Just give me a reason. I would shoot you. You fucking pigs, goddammit! Don't you understand why everybody goddamn hates you? Whoever's in fucking charge of the police department, you should be fired, first of all. Obviously, you should be fucking out of there immediately, but the next motherfucker they put in there should take every one of these videos, find out who the fuck these cops are, and goddamn get rid of them. If you don't, fucking get rid of you. There has to be some accountability. You want people to stop hating cops? It's up to you to fucking make them stop hating cops. It's up to you to change the system. You motherfuckers are at fault here, and you motherfuckers have to goddamn fix it. And if you won't fix it, well then people are going to stand up and they're going to force you to fix it, which is exactly what is happening right now. You know, it's the straw that broke the camel's back. It's boiling over, motherfuckers, and it's boiling over on you. And here's some more examples of it. They shot this guy in the leg. He was out there doing a peaceful protest. Here's my leg. This is from a non-lethal projectile fired by Minneapolis police when I covered the protest last night. Stay safe. Yeah, just randomly shoot motherfuckers, because why not? You know, white people can sit in your goddamn face and scream at you with automatic rifles, and you guys just sit there like pussies and don't do fucking shit. But people are out there actually protesting something important. The murder of our fellow citizens. You know, your corruption, your evil, and yeah, you gotta fucking shoot them, don't you? Cowardly ass motherfuckers. So and look, here's another goddamn example. Whoever is the next police chief, hopefully they're gonna fire the one that's the police chief now, has to find out who these people are, and they have to fucking arrest them. Watch this shit. It's got 3.4 million views. This cop just riding by and just randomly macing strangers. Watch. Look! Look! You have no idea who these people are! You have no idea who they are. They could be old people. You have no fucking clue. Just running by like a goddamn dickhead and macing folks for no fucking reason. Because you're a fucking piece of shit bully, goddammit. Because you obviously didn't get enough love from your mother. Or maybe you got too much. Maybe you're breastfed to your 10. Whatever your fucking problem is, we have to find out who this motherfucker is. He has to be arrested. These goddamn people have to be held accountable immediately. And if not, burn every goddamn police department down. Burn it all fucking down. Fuck these motherfuckers. You want a goddamn war? You'll get a goddamn war, you sons of fucks. Uncalled for. Hell no. You're supposed to be protecting and serving. This is not fucking protective and serving. You're goddamn evil, jackbooty fucking thugs, and you have to be punished. I'm sorry if I'm blowing your fucking eardrums out, folks, but goddamn, this makes me fucking mad. This is evil, folks. This is like Nazi shit, goddammit. These are fucking terrorists. Our terrorists are cops right now. Fucking go around and randomly macing people. Hell to the fucking all. Fuck everything about you, goddammit. Alright, I gotta fucking calm down. I'm gonna have a fucking stroke, goddamn, live on the fucking air, you goddamn motherfuckers. And, like, a lot of this shit was agent provocateurs. Like, these people, like, this is the guy they're looking for. Black Umbrella Man, who a lot of people think was probably a police officer. But keep in mind, folks, like, a lot of this rage is righteous rage. A lot of this that's going on out there, a lot of the looting and the burning is righteous. You know, I totally understand why they're doing it. And some of it, though, is not. Some of it are these agent provocateurs. Either they're the cops doing it, I don't know, or a lot of them are like white supremacist groups who are coming in and they're like causing havoc and stuff because they know all this stuff is going to be blamed on the black people. And so some of this, the fires and the broken windows and shit, you have to take with a grain of salt because it's not actually protesters doing it. Now, some of it is. Some of it is righteous anger from the protesters and it's bullying fucking over, and I totally understand it. And some of them is just shitheads who are using this opportunity to cause havoc and mayhem because that's what shitheads do. Like, we're going to cover the Rodney King situation in a minute and what happened to Richard Denning in a minute, where they just basically pulled a white guy out of his truck and beat the shit out of him and threw a brick at his head. And this has nothing to do with like a real protest. These are just shitheads using a bad situation to be evil. And that's what some of it doing. But some of them absolutely are justified in what they're doing, in my opinion. I'm going to take a look at that. But these pictures are very, very awe-inspiring. I've never seen anything like this. Never in my life had I imagined I'd see violence and destruction in my home city like I saw tonight. I went to high school 2 blocks from here, Lake Street 26. I mean, yeah, like, some of this is being set by provocateurs and some of it is being set by legitimate people who are just angry. But Minneapolis is burning, man. This is wild. It's fucking wild to see. Here's some more pictures. Stunning pictures, in my opinion. There's some stunning video. I came back. This is my neighborhood. You can see flames a mile away and feel the heat a block away. Crazy ass shit. And yep, they set the police precinct on fire, folks. Set that shit on fire. And like I said, I don't have a fucking problem with that. I don't have a problem with you setting the fucking police precinct on fire, in my opinion. Like, I know I might get in trouble for that, but whatever. Like, you guys asked for it. You've repeatedly asked for it. And I know, like, maybe the Minneapolis police are not responsible for all the ills across the country with racist cops and what's been done, you know, since the beginning of this country, where they've been way harsher to minorities than they are to white folks. There's ample evidence of that. But regardless, it's a blowback that is pouring onto you guys because the situation has lit a match on the whole powder keg. And fuck it. Like, if you're going to burn something, like, don't burn apartment buildings for low-income families. Don't burn mom-and-pop shops, right? Don't fucking do things that are going to actually hurt the small people. But, like, it's righteous anger. This is what happens. It boils the fuck over, folks. People are not going to take it anymore. You know, we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic. Like 30 to 40 million people are out of work. While billionaires just netted, what, like 400 billion extra dollars, and people are just, we're fed up. We got Donald Trump in office, fucking stoking the flames of this bullshit, and you think it's not going to goddamn boil over? Hell yeah, it's going to boil over. But here's Omar Jimenez, I think that's his name. This is where I had dinner last night in Minneapolis. This is what it looks like Thursday morning. They burn it down. Like, see, I'm not sure that you should be burning places like this down. I understand why that's happening. I understand that it's what Martin Luther King Jr. said, that something along the lines that riots eventually become the voice of those who are oppressed, or that's not exactly it, but something along those lines. And I understand where he's coming from. Like, sometimes you have to go to extremes to get the attention of the people who are not listening to you. And they finally did it. After they rioted and burned the whole place down, they finally did arrest the cop that nailed on the guy's throat. But it took, like, serious consequences for them to actually take action. And we're going to cover that a little bit more in a minute. But this same guy who just posted that, I have never seen anything like this before, folks. This is a first for me. And I've been around like a couple 100,000 years. I'm pretty much immortal at this moment. But they arrested a CNN reporter when he was live on the air covering the protests and the riots. I've never seen the police arrest a journalist who was live on the fucking air, man. Look at this.
4 of us, we are one team.
He's being nice.
Just
he's literally explaining to them, like, here's our team. We're on CNN live right now. We're covering the riots, and we'll move out of your way. Just tell us where you want to move. Just tell us where you want us, and we'll get off to the side and get out of your way so you guys can do what you want to do, and we'll cover the story. That's what he's saying to them. They arrested him, and then they claim the reason they arrested him is because he refused to move out of the way. They're literally fucking live on CNN. We can all hear it. It's video. And they still are lying about what the fuck they're doing. This is how little they care about what we think. This is how little responsibility they take for anything. They know they're live on national television. They know we can see them, and they still fucking lie. This is why no cop's word should ever be taken seriously about anything in court. In fact, what should happen is, if a cop arrests you for anything, he doesn't have other evidence besides just his words, like cameras or other non-cop people who can vouch for him. If he arrests you without that stuff, he should be charged, in my opinion. Because they've done this since the beginning of fucking time. This is what they're doing live on the goddamn air on national television. Can you imagine what they do when the cameras are not around? What they've always fucking done when the cameras are not around. Fuck these people. Cops' words don't mean shit. They mean less than fucking shit. In fact, you should automatically just assume the opposite of whatever the fuck they said is true, in my opinion. We have to tear this system down and rebuild it anew. Most of the power that cops have should be taken away from them. Fuck this. Look, they're toting this guy away. And they not only arrested him, but they arrested the cameraman, everybody that was with him, the sound guy. They arrested all of them for no reason. Never seen that shit before. Completely against the Constitution. But the cops don't give a fuck. Imagine in a situation where they're burning the whole fucking town down because of the goddamn horrible behavior of the cops. And this is still what they do. They will never fucking learn their lesson, folks, until you fire every goddamn one of these people and start imprisoning them. Start making examples out of these motherfuckers. If they won't do the right thing, make them do the right thing. In my opinion. I know that's fucking extreme, but goddamn it, I'm tired. Are we tired yet, folks? It's exhausting. Every goddamn day with this bullshit. Year after fucking year after fucking year with this goddamn bullshit. And it's always the fucking same. It never goddamn changes. Well, let's fucking change it. They clearly aren't going to do it, so it's up to fucking us. Well, not me. I'm going to sit on my fucking ass in my bed and just talk tough. But, you know, other people. But anyway, then the governor, Tim Walz, apologized for the arresting of the CNN reporter and the camera crew. Says that he will have them released. It was totally unacceptable. That's not fucking enough. That's not acceptable. You need to find out every cop's name who was involved in arresting them, and they need to be fired and charged. They violated this guy's constitutional rights. That's fucking against the law. Fire them and charge them. If you don't do it, get this motherfucker out of goddamn office. If you won't stand up and take responsibility for the evil that the cops in your goddamn state are doing, you have to be removed too. Get rid of all of them, folks. I don't give a fuck. I think this guy's even a Democrat. Fuck you. I don't give a shit. Uncalled for. All these cops have to be goddamn held fucking accountable. And everybody standing up using George Floyd, using his name as a reason you shouldn't riot and loot. Katie Hopkins, fucking awful goddamn chud-ass Katie Hopkins. Is this what you guys call justice for George Floyd? I'm sure he'd be very proud of your thieving asses. I agree with this guy. If I got murdered by the cops, it's 100% what I'd want. Fuck yeah. If the cops kneel on my goddamn neck and murder me, I hope you guys reenact the fucking purge. Loot the fuck out of Walmart. Loot the fuck out of Target. Loot the fuck out of every corporate business you fucking possibly can. I don't give a shit. I'd be dead. I won't know it, first of all. But I'm just saying, the live me, if this fucking happens, yeah, I'd be fucking proud as shit if you guys did this. I'm sure he would be too, if he were allowed to see it. But he fucking ain't, right? And, but like I said, folks, there's different types of looting and burning and stuff. Some of it is righteous, and some of it's just not called for. And that's the problem with this kind of thing. Innocent people get caught up in the rage and the fury. And I don't really know how to tackle that problem. Because some people are absolutely justified in their anger and what they're doing, and then other people tag along and they just use it to do evil. And like, here's an example. These people don't give a shit really about the protest, about doing the right thing. They're looting this guy who worked his ass off to open up a restaurant, a sports bar or something. And they're destroying his business and robbing him for no fucking reason. He has nothing to do with this. He's not part of the problem.
Core boy Bala, who invested his life savings into opening this sports bar, cleaning up. While our camera was there, looters came back to try to steal his safe.
Right, trying to steal the safe.
I don't know what we're gonna do. We worked so hard to get here. So hard.
Just sad as shit. Worked so hard to get there, and you're like, so. I know that this shit spills over to innocent people, but whoever's doing this should be called out. Like, I know some of you are good, but the good ones have to call out the bad ones who are looting for just their own selfish purposes. But that doesn't mean all of it's bad, because it's not, in my opinion. Like, I don't give a shit if you go to fucking Target and steal TVs, in my opinion. Like, I'll be honest with you, folks. Like, we're about to cover this, but in my observation, it's way harder to be black in this country than it is to be white. Like, I don't know any white person, and I've had this conversation with my white friends before, who could choose to be black and who would do it. Because they know better. And so, like, in my opinion, if taking a TV from Target makes your experience of being black in this country even a little bit better, then loot 2 of them and give one of them to your mom, in my opinion. I had no fucking problem with that, you know. Jeff Bezos gonna be a fucking trillionaire. The real looters are the super goddamn rich who are sucking this country dry like fucking vampires. I have no problem if Target, which is worth like $500 billion, loses a fucking couple TVs. But now we're gonna cover the wheelchair... call her Wheelchair Wendy is what I call her. But Guess you guys saw this one. First off, so this, where the fuck is it? That's not the one I wanted. My show is a little disorganized tonight because I'm way in the fucking weeds. I had too much shit to cover. Here, oh, that's not it either. I cover this shit. Basically, this woman went to Target. She decided she was going to get involved and go to Target and stop people from looting because that's her fucking job. She really gives a shit about a goddamn $500 billion company. So she got in her little wheelchair. She's not disabled. She can walk, folks. She can walk just fine. She decides to get in her fucking wheelchair and go up to Target and start stabbing black folks, blocking the entrance and stopping them. Like, Target don't want you to fucking do this. Target don't give a shit if people shoplift. Like, that's all built into the fucking system. But this video went fucking viral, and of course, Andy No-Go lied about it.
Out the way! Now!
So they're pushing her out of the way. Earlier, she had a knife, and she was stabbing people, and they're yelling, she's stabbing folks! She's stabbing folks! So, of course, Andy No-Go. Video captured earlier of the elderly wheelchair-bound woman who was attacked at the Minneapolis Target during the Black Lives Matter riot. Anything he can do to make black people look bad. Any way he has to dishonestly frame it, this is what this motherfucker is. This is his entire career is based off this kind of shit. Misleading the fucking public, editing deceptively, lying to make black people look bad. Fucking, dude's Asian. What a fucking sellout. But yeah, here's video of her walking. Here's her. Got right up out of her little wheelchair, walked over to somebody, looked like she's like kind of in a threatening stance towards them, and then walks right back to her wheelchair and sits down. So she's using the wheelchair to basically make it look like they're attacking wheelchair people when she's perfectly fucking fine. She's not even elderly, I don't think. They said she's in her 30s. I don't know if that's true or not. But hear her, after she went to Walmart and tried to stab people, not Walmart, Target, and tried to stab black people, and tried to protect the store from looters like a goddamn bootlicker she is, this goddamn Karen. Here's her crocodile tears, pretending like she's the fucking victim here.
The looters who were looting Target.
The looters who looted Target did this to you? You were peacefully protesting?
I was peacefully protesting and trying to block the way.
She was stabbing people.
They were Target told us to stop the Target.
Are you okay?
They attacked me from back.
Good.
From front and back.
Good.
They punched me in my mouth, my head. I got punched in the head several times.
Amazing.
I got grabbed from behind. People grabbed my wheelchair. They stole my keys. They
Good.
stole everything they could
Fuck
off
you.
of me. I got maced in the face. I got covered with fire extinguisher stuff. I've already seen the EMTs and they told me to go home. But
Yeah, go
somebody
home,
just
dummy.
had milk and that's supposed to help with mace and it's just making my eyes.
Anyway, crocodile tears. Oh my god, I was just peacefully protesting. Bullshit. You're gonna take it upon yourself to go up there and try to fucking stop people from looting from Target. It ain't none of your fucking business. Get out of the way. The funny part is she let a white person walk by with shit. Didn't stop them. Then when a black person try to get out with a cart, she moves her wheelchair in front of them to try to block them. And then she has her knife out trying to stab people. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. I don't know where the footage is. Anyway, you can see the thumbnail to this video, where you can see that she's clearly holding a knife, trying to stab at people. Here she is. There she is. Look, she got a knife in her hand, and they're even screaming, "She trying to stab people! She trying to stab people!" Because that's what she was doing. That's exactly what the fuck they were saying when they were doing that. Let's see. Yep, she's stabbing people. Look.
Move!
Yeah, she's stabbing people. They're calling it. Salute to Andy No-Go. Oh my god, an elderly woman being attacked by black people. She was just minding her own goddamn business at Target and they just attacked her. Nah, motherfucker, she's stabbing folks. So, dirty, dirty liars conservatives are. Anything they can to spread their fucking racist narrative. And, just like what Hot Girl here says, this is the racism a lot of white people will use in the coming days. In the original video, you find out this woman had a knife and was stabbing people, but they are muting this video so they can make it seem like a group of black people attacked a disabled woman. Yeah, disabled white woman attacked by a mob of black people. And they actually took the video and they covered up the part where they wrote she's stabbing people. So you can't see it, and they muted it so you can't hear. Look, you can't hear them scream, she's stabbing people. Trying to cover it up. Liars, man. Fucking liars. But that's conservatism for you, folks. They don't give a fuck about telling the truth. It's a war to them. The only thing that matters is winning. And but you guys worried about fucking Target? $1 trillion evaporates on Wall Street in one day. No problem. That's cool. A Target is looted. Send in the Marines! Looting leads to shooting, as Trump said. We're going to cover that in a minute, too. And, but we're talking about the real looting. American billionaires got $434 billion richer during the pandemic. And you're worried about fucking Target? You're worried that black folks might get a TV? You know why you're worried about that and you're not worried about the real looters? Because you're fucking racist. Because you're a racist goddamn piece of shit. That's what it's about. Who gives a fucking shit if they loot Target, you goddamn idiots? They're looting the whole fucking country, these billionaires are. But let's keep in mind, folks, that the vast majority of the protests around the country and also in Minnesota were peaceful. Just because a few people, some of them righteously, some of them correctly, and some of them just as agent provocateurs or shitheads, decide to destroy property and set fires, should not take away from the fact that the vast majority of these people protesting were completely fucking peaceful, and they have every right to peacefully protest without being harassed by the police, which is what happened to these people. They should not be lumped together. Here's hundreds of protesters in Phoenix, completely peaceful. This is what the vast majority of it was about, and this is where, like, a lot of the coverage you're seeing on Twitter is not showing this kind of stuff. But, like, the community came together in South Minneapolis. The next day, here they are, cleaning up the streets. Picking up all the garbage caused by the looting. Trying to clean up the spray painting and, you know, pick up the glass and stuff. The good people came out. Even kids, man. But you're not seeing this from the racists, are you? Are you seeing Andy No-Go post this and show how the fucking community's coming together? Hell no, you're not. And, as this person showed out a lot of the goods that they stole, they actually set up like little areas where people in the protest who needed the items could go get them. So the stuff they stole was going out to, you know, the correct areas. The waters they stole, milk, if you needed, I guess, to get maced, items. So a lot of the stuff they weren't even keeping for themselves. They were just stealing to help the cause, which is completely fucking righteous in my opinion. You know what you guys need to do? Instead of looting Target, you need to find out where the Amazon warehouses are and start looting the shit out of Amazon warehouses and then spreading that out to the people, in my opinion. Little Robin Hood shit, in my opinion. Go to the heart of the fucking evil and make them pay attention. If they're not, if corporate America's not going to pay attention, if they're not going to demand the social change that is needed, then we have to make them, right? Hit them in the pocketbook. That'll get their fucking attention. But here's another thing, folks. One of the common ways that the Black Lives Matters are protesting and stuff, as well as other people, is they stand in front of people's cars and whatnot. And I don't think this is a good form of protest, and I'll explain why in a second. But here's an example. Now, look. So they got in front of this woman's car. They even jumped on the hood. And it looks like she turns to try to run over one of them at the end here, which is, I'm not defending whatsoever. She should be found, whoever this person is, and jailed, because this looks like attempted murder to me. Take a look. Even though I don't agree with him standing in front of her car, even though I don't agree with him jumping on the fucking hood, her turning and running over the guy is like attempted fucking murder, right? But at the same time, surrounding people's cars like that and stopping them in traffic, I can totally understand why people get freaked out about that. This is not a good form of protest. This is making people think that you're going to pull them out of the car and beat them to death. And like, I would have a similar reaction. I wouldn't want to run over anybody, but if you jumped in my car like that, if I was like in the middle of a riot and I was surrounded by people banging on my car and screaming at me, I might be tempted to do whatever I could to get away. And the reason why is because a lot of us remember what happened in LA riots. You guys remember the LA riots? So first off, that's not it. First off, remember the Rodney King footage? So Rodney King was running for the cops, basically. And they pulled him over. And then they surrounded him. And they took out their nightsticks, all these fucking pigs, and they beat that dude like a fucking piñata. Got caught on video, didn't realize they were being filmed, but yep, you were being filmed. And so what happened was, of course, every one of these cops was acquitted. Every one of them. So very similar to what happens now in Minneapolis. There was the LA riots where they fucking went nuts, started burning shit down. Righteous anger. Righteous fucking anger. Mad exactly like they should be. Acquitting cops like this. And I'm afraid the same thing's going to happen in this new case. We're going to cover that in a minute. But anyway. And then you had things that happened like what happened to Reginald Denny. Reginald Denny was a truck driver. And he was just riding through the streets of LA. He didn't have a radio on, so he didn't realize that there was a riot going on. And this was right after the cops were acquitted. And they were rioting in LA. And so he had a truck, and they basically surrounded his truck. And he stopped for them. And they pulled him out of his truck. Look, they had this. This is like some kind of air compressor thing. They pulled him out of his truck just because he was white. And they beat him, and they tried to kill him. This guy, watch this. This guy walks up with a brick and throws a brick at point blank range into his head. Watch this shit. Walks up. Boom! Point blank range. Knock his ass out and then dances about it. Yeah, I just hit a white guy. I don't even know in the head with a brick. Hooray! That'll show white America. So this is why it's so dangerous to be standing in front of people's cars and stuff, surrounding them and shit, because a lot of people remember stuff like that. They might think you're going to pull them out of the car and do shit like this. So it's a very bad form of protest for anybody who fucking remembers what happens. But this is also an excellent example of why white people, like myself, have to stand up to the white supremacy system that has been created in this goddamn country, because that shit can spill over to innocent people like you in a heartbeat. So it is up to those of us who have power to change the system, not those who are oppressed and have less power. We're going to cover that a little bit more in a minute. But thought I'd show you guys this video. While I was researching this, I came across this. And this is one of the guys who I just showed you in that video who pulled Reginald Denny from his truck and beat him. They interviewed him 20 years later, and what he is saying here is very pertinent to the situation that is going on in Minneapolis right now. So let's have a listen.
Over 20 years after the LA riots sparked by the Rodney King verdict, Henry Kiki Watson is speaking out. After truck driver Reginald Denny was pulled from his rig on the corner of Florence and Normandy, it was Watson who stomped on Denny's throat and held him there as rioters mercilessly tried to kill Denny. Why did you take part in it? Why did you do it?
Why did I do it? I don't have a explanation as to why. You know, nobody was in their right frame of mind, me included. You know, so if we were in our right frame of mind, we wouldn't have been there in the first place. You know. So I can't tell you why. I was upset along with everyone else. You know what I'm saying? So the anger just flowed out into the streets of the city.
Why were you so angry? Were you angry over the verdict? Were you angry over the treatment that African Americans had received in this area from the cops, from society? What was it personally with you?
It was everything. It was just a combination plate. You know what I'm saying? There was the police, the oppression, the crime, the drugs. I mean, it was a culmination of a lot of things. As a whole, as a people, we got tired of it. You know, enough is enough.
Why target an innocent bystander?
You know, what can I say? Once again, I don't know Mr. Denny. You know, and he just represented white America at the time. You know, so it was just random senseless violence. I mean, you know, all those attacks that happened, it just happened. I mean, you know, anybody who came to that intersection that wasn't black, they were assaulted.
Has white America changed in this last 20 years with its attitude toward black folks?
Not whatsoever. None. No. I don't think so. Still the same. I mean, the conditions are the same. Race relations are the same. Hostility is still the same. Anger is still the same.
Do you ever get concerned that the riots of 20 years ago could happen again today, or possibly even worse?
Do I ever concern? History has a tendency to repeat itself.
Yep,
Do you
sure
have
did.
regrets? Do you wish you could turn the clock back and not have done that?
No. I mean, you know, it is what it is. I can't change that.
So anyway, folks, yep, it can spill over to you in a heartbeat. So that's a good reason not to do this whole thing where you're surrounding people, and like, that's why I can kind of understand why they're driving off quickly and not saying swerving in to hit people, that's a crime, but like if you're terrified for your life, I can understand where you're not going to sit there while people surround your car, because, you know, history has a way of repeating itself. I wouldn't want to be pulled out of my car and beat to half to death, right? But anyway. Speaking of racism, folks, this I love this woman. This is, what is her name? Jane Elliott. There's some great videos of Jane Elliott. She's an anti-racism activist. But this is basically what I was saying before. A lot of people can't admit that there's a white supremacist power structure that has been put in place. But if you ask yourself a few childlike questions as a white person, you can very easily see it's true, and she succinctly points it out here.
I want every white person in this room who would be happy to be treated as this society in general treats our citizens, our black citizens. If you, as a white person, would be happy to receive the same treatment that our black citizens do in this society, please stand. You didn't understand the directions. If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others.
It's a great question. Like I said before, we are the ones with the privilege. We are the ones with the power. And it's up to us to change the system. It's not up to trans people to change the transphobia in this country. It's up to us, straight white people, who have the privilege. It's not up to black people to change the white supremacist power structure. It's not up to the marginalized and those with less power to change the shit. It's up us who actually have the power to change it. And so that's what I'm trying to use my platform to do the best I can. And like, there's definitely a white supremacist power structure in this country we have to combat. And there are actually people who are doing it. Definition of use your white privilege to help us. Here's whites forming a barrier between blacks, protesters, and police. It's exactly the kind of shit we should be doing. Hell yeah, stand in solidarity. Those with power use our power to make change. That is our fucking responsibility. And, but finally, folks, they decided to arrest the police officer. It only took the National Guard being called out. But former Minneapolis cop Derek Chauvin taken into custody for George Floyd's death. So that's good. It only took you guys burning down the police department and rioting in the fucking streets to make it happen. But they're already setting it up, folks, to let him off. I hate to say it, but it's already starting to happen. So here's a Hennepin County attorney, the guy that's going to be prosecuting. And here he's going to say that it's evidence that does not support a criminal charge. This is his excuse for why he didn't arrest the guy. They did arrest the guy shortly after this because he started getting called out all over social media for it. But here he is trying to make excuses for why he's not arresting the guy.
It's a violation of my ethics to talk and evaluate evidence before we announce our charging decision. And I will not do that. I will say this, that video is graphic and horrific and terrible, and no person should do that. But my job in the end is to prove that he violated a criminal statute. And there is other evidence that does not support a criminal charge. We need to wade through all of that evidence and to come through with a meaningful determination, and we are doing that to the best of our ability.
So I was like, what the fuck? What is he talking about? What other evidence could there possibly be that doesn't support a criminal charge? We all literally watched him kneel on the guy's neck for 8 minutes and kill him. But they're setting up, folks. They're setting up to let him off. Here we go. This is from George Floyd's autopsy, apparently. The autopsy revealed no physical findings that support a diagnosis of traumatic asphyxia or strangulation. Mr. Floyd had underlying health conditions, including coronary artery disease and hypertensive heart disease. The combined effect of Mr. Floyd being restrained by the police, his underlying health condition, and any potential intoxicating system likely contributed to his death. So maybe he did have a pre-existing condition. But are you telling me that the guy didn't throw him to the ground, handcuff him, and kneel on his throat, he would have just dropped dead anyway? Is that what you're telling me? Fuck no. We saw what happened. We know what killed him. He was murdered. But they're going to let this guy off, folks. Watch. They're going to let this guy off with a slap on the wrist. And they're going to burn the whole fucking town down. And like, You guys are literally asking for it. You're fucking asking for this shit. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. But, okay. Okay, if that's really what you want. And so I'm going to cover the Trump stuff next. Let me stop and take a break and read the chats. I know this is some really deep-ass shit. He has all the discipline and conviction of a kindergarten teacher. This can't happen. It is going to happen. They're going to do it. They're going to let that guy off, I bet you. Or either just give him a plea deal where he does basically no time. Bet you money. I'm with you, Dusty, using my white privilege to change the system. That's what we can do, right? The first thing is you have to admit that this is the way it is. You have to admit that there is a white supremacist power structure in this country. And the easiest way to admit it is just like she just did. If you're a white person, ask yourself, if you could be black tomorrow, if you could change, would you do it? Maybe there's a few white guys out there who would say yes, but I don't know any of them. And then if you say no, I wouldn't, then the question is, why? Why wouldn't you want to be black? It's because you know it's worse. You know being white is better. Why? Why is being white better? Because of the fucking white supremacist power structure that has set up since the beginning of the history of this country. It's very, very simple to understand, folks. What other explanation can you give for why you would not choose to be black if you could? You know it's true. Just admit it to yourself. First fucking step. 99 cent. Oh, no, that went away. Yeah, you were kind of leaving out a little detail. Rodney King was, in fact, high on PCP, driving 120 miles per hour down the road. Oh, well, we should pull him from his car and all get around and beat him like a piñata, right? Yeah, he deserved it. Oh, yes, she was raped, but she forgot to mention what she was wearing. She was drunk in a neighborhood she shouldn't have been in. You fucking piece of shit. Like, seriously, you're such a fucking piece of shit. And every goddamn way a human being could be a piece of shit. Shame on you. Fuck you and shame on you, goddammit. What a horrible fucking human being you are. He deserved to be big. You didn't admit. Shut the fuck up, you goddamn racist idiot. I don't give a fuck what he was doing. I don't give a fuck if he was driving down the road at 150 miles an hour with his head out the window, screaming, fuck the police, and flipping everybody off. You don't fucking surround the guy like a goddamn pack of jackals and beat him to half the fucking death with sticks. You're there to protect and fucking serve, not to goddamn bully and take your frustrations out on somebody because they don't behave the way you fucking expect them to. Idiots, man. You're trash. You're fucking trash. You're goddamn part of the fucking problem. Damn it, you stupid goddamn idiots. Let's see. Yep, smash the like button. Always good to smash the like button. The SJWs took my freedom of speech when they pointed out how dumb I am. I know, right? Don't shame me. A stabber is a hero, says the idiot in here. Yeah, a hero. That hero going to fucking Target and interjecting themselves for no fucking reason. Fucking bootlickers who's more worried about Target, a $500 billion company, than they are about their fellow human beings. Still all the fucking TVs, dude. Go nuts. Have fun. Was that... Wow, is that really the autopsy report? Apparently. That's what it says on Twitter. It's got to be true. Alright, let me read the super chats. Super chatty chats. Let's do it. Let's do the super chats. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Super chat time. Bradley Elskin, here is my last of my monthly disability. Well, I appreciate that, Bradley Elskin. That was very generous of you. For the puppies and the kitties, question, are you much of a horror movie fan? If so, what are some of you like? Not really that big into horror movies. Strangeland with Captain Howdy, starring Dee Snider. That's one of my favorites, so that's a cult classic if you haven't seen it. Freaks me out all the time. Appreciate that. Skeptical Strom, $1.99. Google dancing Israelis. Okay, this better not fucking be porn. God damn it. Better not get my shit banned. Oh, you're talking about the ones that are supposedly dancing after the 9/11 thing? I think that was a conspiracy theory, right? Appreciate that. Victoria Cunningham, $5. Cops in Yonkers, New York are like this. They have a double Dutch contest with kids, have barbecues, and never make the news because of bad behavior. Yep, they talk out of both sides of their mouth. Look how cool we are. We're dancing with kids. But yeah, you piece of fucking shit. We know better than that. Breaking Bad 09499. The saddest part of these videos is the people that need to see them disregard them. And those of us, you know there's a problem, keep getting traumatized by this evil. Well, hopefully if we keep putting them out there, eventually we can have the right people see them. Appreciate it, Breaking Pat. A Zelda Geek fan, $5. Recently saw a video by Legal Eagle about a home that police destroyed to catch a felon. A family of 5 made homeless, only got a $5K check. Kill them. Well, don't kill them, I'm not saying. I don't support violence against human beings because, like, it spills out to innocent people. But, like, buildings and shit, property, I don't give a fuck about that shit, really, to be honest with you. Talk about Chris Chan. Okay, I'll have to talk about him some other time because I don't have that queued up. Appreciate that. What is $5.98, $5.58, $4.99. Here's some money for the cats and dogs. Love the show. Keep on being you. I will. Appreciate it, Mortis. Thank you a lot. Sex Pecan, $10. What's up, Sex Pecan? I don't think it's okay to say all cops are bad. Replace the word cop with another group of people and you'll see how it sounds bad. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't really believe all cops are bastards. I just think that people are frustrated, so they say that. I've had some interactions with some good cops. But I definitely understand why people are mad. No doubt about it. Space Ghost Martian. Hey, Dusty. Never apologize for expressing the anger that the majority of Americans should be feeling. That what being a decent human being is. Fuck cops and rip George Floyd. Is this 2020 or 1968? I know. But, like, I hate to scream at people's ears and whatnot. I should stay calmer. But, yeah, it's just hard not to get mad about this stuff. Thank you, Space Ghost. And in Minneapolis, 420. Awesome amount. 420. And AOC, yeah, you know me, too. $20. That's very generous. And I'm going to take your question very seriously. We're going to have a civil war if the cop gets off. I'm just warning everybody because people of color are pissed off and they've had enough take care of the babies. Yep. I'm afraid that same thing's going to happen. I hope it's not like a race war or anything because, like, I'm in the middle of an all-black neighborhood. Sometimes I'm worried that people around here are going to see me kind of like they did Reginald Denny and take it out on me when I'm fighting for you guys. I'm fighting on your side, but this stuff has a habit of spilling over in places where you don't want it to spill over. So, you know, got to be very fucking careful about that stuff. HS Ross, $10. Other than voting for progressives and not personally bigoted, what most effective things can we do? Sounds like we're effective social media swarms. Do you have info on those? Anything else? Yeah, just use your power on social media to try to spread the information the best way you can. You know, spread videos and talk about this stuff. It's really all we can do. But we all have a lot more power than we think with the narratives we choose to spread and the ideas we choose to share with other people. So, you know, liking this video, spreading my videos around, I think that would help, in my opinion. And that's self-serving, I know, but that's my opinion. Thank you, HS Ross. Victor Creed, $2. I didn't know cops were a racial group. Don't understand the question, but yeah, cops are generally, historically, pretty fucking racist. In my opinion. Even the black cops are racist against black people a lot of times. So definitely a thing. Proto, $2. AIU going to have a field day with the riots happening. I know. Look at all the black people rioting. Without actually being honest about why it's fucking happening. What a bootlicker that motherfucker is. Anything to make black people look bad. But he's not racist, folks. He's not racist. And Joseph, can't see your message, so let me see what it says. Your show is usually so therapeutic for me, but my blood is boiling right now. Hope you have some really good palate cleansers lined up for later. I know, I'm sorry, this show is depressing. It's been a bad week, but somebody's got to cover it, right? Sometimes I wish it wasn't me. Sometimes I wish I could just do a show where I did nothing but look at puppies and kittens all day, but somebody's got to call this shit out, I guess. It does happen, Dusty. Rosa Parks was in her 80s when she was a victim of home invasion by 2 black youths. Oh. I don't understand what does happen. But that's terrible. People definitely should be held responsible. Even, you know, black people, if they do things wrong, they got to be held responsible too. Just because you're black, it's not an excuse to do bad things. Nobody is saying that. In a race war, you could spy for the non-whites. Yeah, I doubt that people around here would see it that way. I doubt they would trust me very much. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. The problem isn't the police force. It's psychopaths being capable to freely take positions of power, whether they be cops, CEOs, politicians, etc. I mean, yeah, there's that, but the problem is also the police force. It's that they take up for each other. It's not just the guy who was kneeling on Floyd's neck. It was the Asian cop sitting right there watching it happening. It was all the other cops sitting around watching it happening. It was the police force whose immediate response is to try to cover it up for him, right? It's that they don't take responsibility. It's the whole thing has to be shut down and rebooted. You know, we should dismantle all these police departments and just from scratch rebuild them. And new people. They have to check all these people who they are and then train them in certain ways. where it takes most of their power away. And like I said, their words should be garbage. A policeman's word should be worth absolutely nothing. They should have to have extra evidence for everything they do, and if they don't, fire them. In my opinion, that's the minimum of what should be done. Giannis, $20. Thank you, Giannis. Very generous. Good people don't work with or for bad people. If they say that they have to, then they have to be bad. Still bad. ACOB. Yep. It's like during the Nuremberg trials when all the Nazis were like, I was just doing what I was ordered to do. I was just doing my job. That's not an excuse. Nope. Nope. If you're working for that evil and you're not doing everything you can to expose it and fight against it, you're fucking part of the problem, whether you're a nice guy or not. That's the way that shit works. You have to take responsibility for your fucking actions. All right, we're an hour into the show. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. More super chats, please, if you're able, if you can. Help out the doggies and the kitties. Ask me whatever you want to. Why is this open? I was listening to Dax. You guys know who that is? I might try to have him on the show sometime. He seems like a pretty cool dude. But anyway, where am I at here? All right, we're going to do the Trump news. Let's see. Let me pull up the Trump graphic. The amazing Trump graphic. Trump's your president. He's your president. He's a. All right. So, obviously, Trump not making things any fucking better. We have the dumbest, meanest, heartless, unempathetic motherfucker who you could imagine as fucking president. And, where the fuck's it at? Here he is. So this video went viral again of Trump telling police officers that they don't have to be careful when they have people in custody. It's okay if they hurt the people that they think have committed crimes. Him telling the Cops for Trump crew this. I think this was even in Minnesota too. So let's have a listen. Or Minneapolis rather. Let's have a listen.
I said, please don't be too nice. Like when you guys put somebody in the car and you're protecting their head, you know, the way you put their hand over. Like, don't hit their head and they've just killed somebody. Don't hit their head. I said, you can take the hand away, okay?
Yeah, hurt them. Yeah, look at the cops cheering. Yeah! We should hurt the people we arrest. Fuck protecting and serving. No, our goddamn president is encouraging violence towards the people cops are arresting. So it's no wonder the cops think they have carte blanche to do whatever the fuck they want to do. Then he goes out there and says shit like this, folks. These thugs. Everybody knows thugs is code word for black folks. I mean, he's put it all capital letters. He knows exactly what he's doing here, folks. There's been controversy about this for a long time. You know, he's not calling the cops who kneel on people's throats and kill them thugs. No. It's the black folks. They're the thugs. These thugs are dishonoring the memory of George Floyd. Fuck you. You don't have a right to speak about the goddamn memory of George Floyd. I guarantee if he was alive, he'd be pretty pleased that people are mad at what happened to him. And I won't let that happen. Just spoke to Governor Tim Walz and told him that the military is with him all the way. Any difficulty, and we will assume control. When the looting starts, the shooting starts. He's literally threatening violence, folks. He's pretending he's not. He's going to say, no, I didn't mean that the military was going to shoot people. There's no reason to put the military in this tweet, that we're going to send the military in and talk about looting, starting shooting. He's threatening to kill looters is what is happening here, folks. After he told the cops he doesn't have to respect their rights, they can hurt the people they arrest, he is threatening to murder people. This is our fucking president. And, yep, white supremacists march in Charlottesville. They're very fine people on both sides. People protesting, most of them completely fucking nonviolent, most of them peaceful. People protesting our black man was killed. They're all thugs, capital letters. Tell me we shouldn't get this racist goddamn shithead out of office. And you want to know where when the looting starts, the shooting starts, comes from? It's an old phrase. It was started by this racist Chief Walter Headley, who threatened to send in police to murder protesters back in the 60s and the 70s. This guy hired black people to be on his force, but wouldn't even call black people policemen. They were called patrolmen because black people couldn't be called policemen in this guy's force. That's the racist motherfucker that Trump is getting his talking points from. And he's pretending like, I had no idea it was a racist thing to say. He pretends like he's the smartest guy in the world when it suits him. I'm the best at everything. Great genes, I'm so smart. But then he plays dumb when he continuously spreads racism and violence out there. Got to get this motherfucker out of goddamn office. And so Twitter started doing something they hadn't done before. They started putting warning labels and fact-checking on his tweets, on some of them, where you have to actually click to view his tweets. This tweet violated Twitter rules about glorifying violence. However, Twitter has determined that it may be in the public interest for a tweet to remain accessible. Learn more. It's kind of matic to me since my account that took me 10 years to build up got permanently banned because I said the word bitch. And the President of the United States can encourage violence against minorities and they'll leave his shit up. But I guess I can kind of understand it in a way. But this pissed Donald Trump off to no fucking ends. Basically, he went all carrot. I need to speak to the manager of Twitter. He freaked out about it, started threatening social media companies and Twitter. He basically said, because of what Twitter is doing, tomorrow I'm going to put an executive order against social media. And everybody's like, oh my God, what is he going to do? Basically not jack shit. Next day it came out, here's Trump's executive order. The gist of it is that it tries to strip social media platforms of protection under Section 230C when they edit content with labels like Twitter did to Trump's tweets today. Specifically, the executive order stipulates that any removal or restriction of content outside the scope of being lewd, violent, or otherwise objectionable disqualifies the platform in question from protection under Section 230C, directs all departments and agencies to apply Section 230C only according to that interpretation, directs the Commerce Department to file a petition with the FCC requesting that it come up with new rules as to what is considered good faith under Section 230C, especially when the actions may be deceptive, pretextual, or inconsistent with the terms of service. Prohibits spending federal taxpayer dollars on advertising on online platforms that violate free speech principles. Directs the FTC to begin a federal review of unfair or deceptive practices by social media platforms. Directs the Attorney General to do the same in consultation with state attorneys general. Directs the White House Office of Digital Strategy to collect publicly available information regarding watch lists of users based on their interactions with content or users, and monitoring users based on the activity of the platform. Basically, like it says, the legal folks seem to think that this whole thing is both legally laughable and nonetheless a way of making Twitter and Facebook's life very difficult. So he doesn't have a leg to stand on. He doesn't actually have any power to do anything against Twitter. So basically, he's just going to use his office to make their life more difficult, like a mob fucking boss would do. Try to twist their fucking arm to not fact check him, to not put disclaimers on his tweets and whatnot. But, you know, he's got nothing. He's just huffing and puffing and threatening to blow your fucking house down. Nothing is going to come of it. And what should really happen is Twitter should just ban him for good. That would end all this bullshit, wouldn't it? But, yep. Here's the difference, folks. When white people protest not being able to get their hair and nails done, Trump has empathy. When black people protest getting murdered by police, they are thugs who will be shot. Here it is. These thugs are dishonoring memory. The looting starts, the shooter starts. And then when it's white people protesting, these are very good people, but they're angry. They want their lives back safely. See them, talk to them, make a deal. Yeah, when it's white people with guns who are angry because Baskin Robbins is not open, they're good people. Talk to them. When it's black folks who just totally murdered in the fucking street, thugs. Sending the military to shoot them. Whew. Are you mad, folks? Because you should be mad. That's the normal, correct reaction to this. But our president's just a fucking idiot in every goddamn way. I point this out every day, 2 shows a week, 3 shows a week. Here he is telling a reporter that him wearing a mask is simple political correctness. You're just being politically correct. No, you fucking moron. I'm following the guidelines that your own White House put out.
Mr. President, 2 questions about a couple of things you've tweeted about in the last few days. Were you meaning to criticize Vice President Biden for wearing a mask yesterday?
Yes.
And can you explain why you've been tweeting about a conspiracy theory that has been proven to not be true?
No, Biden can wear a mask, but he was standing outside with his wife, perfect conditions, perfect weather. They're inside, they don't wear masks, and so I thought it was very unusual that he had one on. But I thought that was fine. I wasn't criticizing him at all. Why would I ever do a thing like that? And Your second question was? I couldn't hear you. Can you take it off because I cannot hear you?
I'll just speak louder, sir.
Oh, okay, good. You want to be politically correct. Go ahead.
No, sir. I just want to wear the mask.
Go ahead.
You want to be politically correct? No, he's trying to be a good example. This is your own fucking guidelines. God damn it, this fucking guy. Oh my fucking God. Let's have Cal the Weasel fucking Kalinske, tell us more. How Donald Trump is so close to Joe Biden, we shouldn't do everything we fucking can to get this motherfucker out of office. Tell me more, fucking Weasel, about it. It's fucking ridiculous. These crypto MAGAs, man. Just... So this is the kind of thing that's inspiring, folks. This is the kind of thing that having an idiot fucking president who can't even take the responsibility to be a good example for the rest of the public. Let's just look. Speaks for itself.
I mean, if he's not wearing a mask, I'm not going to wear a mask. If he's not worried, I'm not worried.
The president?
Yes, sir.
I mean, everybody's got to go somehow. You know what I mean?
You mean die?
Yeah, but in a way, like, I mean, I don't want to die, but I mean, if that's what God has in store for my life, then that's okay.
My family has the same mindset as me, and we kind of just agreed that if we get it, we get it. We're going to handle it as a family and just get over it, because that's what family does.
I'm just here just to have fun and meet everybody and just be cool, you know.
Just like the flu, right?
Well, it's not just like
No.
the flu. It's
I mean,
far
people-
more contagious.
Well, I know, but people
far more
die
deadly.
from the flu also.
people die from it.
So, to me, that's just
It's
the
the
way I
same
look at it.
Do you have any concerns about being at the beach with so many people with your children?
Not at all.
How come you're not worried at all that someone could be sick and walk by you and get you sick?
Because there's enough wind and air that it's going to clear it all out of here.
The wind and the air don't clear it away. There's no proof of anything like that. There's wind and air everywhere in this world.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm not worried about it at all.
Do you ever wear a mask?
No, my wife and kids do. I don't.
How come you don't?
I just feel comfortable that I'm going to be okay.
But the mask isn't to keep you okay, it's to keep your wife and kids okay. To protect them.
I get it. I get it.
I get it. I just don't care. Fuck them.
The survival rate is so high. I think
you're not worried about them getting sick because
I
they're
am.
going to live.
We're all going to get sick for something eventually.
Just, yeah, that's what you're expiring. These are Trump supporters, folks. No doubt that guy's a fucking Trump supporter. Explain to me why we should get this guy off. You can't. Like, when are these people who pretend that they're on the left? I guess they are on the left. Who have traditionally been on the left, who continue to tell us that Joe Biden is just about as bad as Trump and it's not worth fighting to get Trump out of goddamn office. When do these people just become laughing stocks? When do we stop taking people like Cal Kalinske and what is that other fucking moron? The fuck's his name? I'm drawing a blank on that goddamn guy's name. But when do we stop taking these fucking dudes seriously? Immediately. That's my opinion. Jimmy Dore. That's what I'm looking for. Fucking dumbass Jimmy Dore. Anyway. Doing this Trump shit is so fucking depressing to me. Anybody who speaks out or says anything that Trump doesn't like or disagree with, they're liberal disgraces. Anybody that says anything otherwise, they're against me. Everybody's against me. No responsibility. Constant victim playing 100% of the time, yet the people that support him, that claim they hate this kind of behavior, eat it up. You fucking hypocrites.
Columbia University analysis said that had the lockdown or social distancing happened sooner, the analysis said almost all of the lives that have been lost could have been saved. And then a New York Times reporter issued a tweet that implied you are culpable for those deaths.
You know, it's a disgrace what I watch from this fake news media and from some of these liberal institutions. Columbia is a liberal, disgraceful institution to write that, because all the people that they cater to were months after me. They said we shouldn't close it.
They're a disgrace. They're a liberal disgrace. Everything's a liberal disgrace. Everything I don't like is liberal. They're anti-Trump, even though they're fucking experts on the subject, writing articles explaining your fucking failure. Always got to fucking pass the buck. And so, as we passed 100,000 deaths in this country, most of which could probably have been saved if we had anybody fucking else in office instead of this dumb motherfucker, he decides to go golfing. Of course. Why wouldn't you go golfing during the middle of a fucking pandemic where 100,000 people just died? So, obviously, he got talk shit about it. So he has to be all defensive. Sleepy Joe's representatives have just put out an ad saying that I went to play golf. Exercise today. Yeah, I was just exercising, folks. I'm a huge fucking athlete. I was just out there exercising. Dude. Look at you. That's not fucking exercise. You riding around a fucking golf cart. This is what exercise looks like. This is what a fat idiot looks like. Oh my God, folks. It's so frustrating that we even have to talk about this. And it gets worse. 100,000 people just died. Middle of one of the worst pandemics this country's ever seen. So what does our president do? He has announced he's officially leaving the World Health Organization. The health organization set up so we can work in cooperation with the rest of the goddamn world to help fight these global pandemics. Our president gonna pull out of in the middle of a pandemic. Somebody please explain to me why we shouldn't get this motherfucker out of office immediately. Like, where you at, Kyle Kalinske? Explain it. Explain, Kyle Kalinske. Explain it to me. Go. Boom. Go, Kyle Kalinske.
I'm here today to talk about our relationship with China and several new measures to protect American security and prosperity. China's pattern of misconduct is well known. For decades, they've ripped off the United States like no one has ever done before. Hundreds of billions of dollars a year were lost dealing with China, especially over the years during the prior administration. China raided our factories, offshored our jobs, gutted our industries, stole our intellectual property, and violated their commitments under the World Trade Organization. To make matters worse, they are considered a developing nation, getting all sorts of benefits that others, including the United States, are not entitled to. But I have never solely blamed China for this. They were able to get away with the theft like no one was able to get away with before because of past politicians and, frankly, past presidents. But unlike those who came before, my administration negotiated and fought for what was right. It's called fair
What have you done? Nothing.
and reciprocal treatment. China has also unlawfully claimed territory in the Pacific Ocean, threatening freedom of navigation and international trade. And they broke their word to the world on ensuring the autonomy of Hong Kong. The United States wants an open and constructive relationship with China, but achieving that relationship requires us to vigorously defend our national interests. The Chinese government has continually violated its promises to us and so many other nations. These plain facts cannot be overlooked or swept aside. The world is now suffering as a result of the malfeasance of the Chinese government.
You cut the CDC.
China's cover-up of the Wuhan virus allowed the disease to spread all over the world, instigating a global pandemic that has cost more than 100,000 American lives and over 1 million lives worldwide. Chinese officials ignored their reporting obligations to the World Health Organization and pressured the World Health Organization to mislead the world when the virus was first discovered by Chinese authorities. Countless lives have been taken and profound economic hardship has been inflicted all around the globe. They strongly recommended against me doing the early ban from China, but I did it anyway and was proven to be 100% correct. China must make and engage with them directly.
Tired of listening to him. Basically, he's defunding the WHO organization. He's decided to blame China, and so he's got to pass the buck. He can't take responsibility, even though, like Columbia University pointed out, that if he would have acted sooner, most of these deaths could have been avoided. But no, got to blame somebody else. So during the fucking middle of a pandemic, he's going to blame China and then defund WHO because of it, for no fucking reason. This fucking goddamn idiot. So unsurprisingly, the coronavirus is spiking disproportionately in counties that voted for Trump in 2016. Shocker, folks. I wonder why this could be. Could it be because our idiot fucking president is encouraging people to behave irresponsibly? Yes. Yes, that's 100% what the fuck is happening here. He's going to get more people killed. He's already got tons of fucking people killed. Got to get him out of office. But, we have people like Lou Dobbs. 100,000 people dead. 30 to 40 million unemployed. one of the worst economic systems we've seen in a long while in this country. Yep, Trump, greatest president ever. That was not a video. He is arguably the greatest president in our history. This is what Lou Dobbs said. It's like we live in North Korea, folks. If this were happening in North Korea, we'd be making fun of them. But this is America. But what was funny is this guy that posted this was a troll. He was saying this sarcastically, and Trump retweeted him. And so after Trump retweeted him, he changed his name to Trump is a dumb, sloppy, moist. Oh, it's dumb, sloppy, and moist. So that was on Trump's timeline. He'll fucking retweet anything that makes him look good, even if it's from fucking trolls. He's just goddamn shameless. And of course, leave it to Liberty Hangout, which is run by Gun Girl, to turn this into racist bullshit. That's what they do. Trespassing in a house? Just a jogger. Wasn't trespassing in a house. He was at a construction site looking around, like a bunch of white folks were too. Threatening a woman alone in the woods? Just a bird watcher. Was not threatening the woman in the woods. This is about the guy, the black gay activist who told the woman to put a leash on her dog and then try to give the dog a treat. Apparently giving a dog a treat is threatening a woman in the woods. These lies ever come up with protect criminal behavior just because the color of their skin is astounding. Yeah, these lies that you come up with to demonize these people just because of the color of their skin is astounding. Fucking racist ass Gun Girl being racist as shit. And this is the press secretary of the United States, folks. Somebody who is in charge of keeping the United States people informed of what is going on in the White House. Listen to this crazy ass shit. She's basically about to claim that it's okay for the President Trump to make fun of Biden for wearing a mask out in public because Biden doesn't wear a mask when he's home alone in his basement with his wife. God fucking damn it.
Place. Yes.
Has the president seen the letter that Laura Balsutis' husband, widower, sent to Jack Dorsey, Twitter's CEO, saying that his tweets were emotionally traumatic for him and for his wife's family?
I don't know if he's seen the letter, but I do know that our hearts are with Lori's family at this time.
Why is the president making these unfounded allegations? I mean, this is pretty nuts, isn't it?
This was something completely different. I thought I had the footage of her talking about Joe Biden not wearing a mask in his basement. This is the one where Trump is putting out conspiracy theories that Joe Scarborough killed somebody, and the person's family that he's claiming Joe Scarborough's killed is begging him to stop spreading these fake conspiracy theories. And they're like, oh, who cares what these people think? It's hilarious that he's accusing people of murder for no reason.
The president's accusing somebody of possible murder. The family is pleading with the president to please stop unfounded conspiracy theories. Why is he doing it?
Well, I would note that the president said this morning that this is not an original Trump thought, and it is not. In fact, 2003 on Don Imus's show, it was Don Imus and Joe Scarborough that joked about killing an intern, joked and laughed about it. So that was, I'm sure, pretty hurtful to Lori's family, and Joe Scarborough himself brought this up with Don Imus, and Joe Scarborough himself can answer it.
He's the president of the United States, and he's accusing somebody of possibly murder. I mean, this is different. He's not a private citizen. He's the president.
Yeah, and Joe Scarborough, if we want to start talking about false accusations, we have quite a few we can go through about Mika asserting,
I'm asking about the president's allegation.
And I'm replying to you and saying this morning, as recently, I believe it was this morning or yesterday, Mika accused the president of being responsible for 100,000 deaths in this country. That's incredibly irresponsible. They've dragged his family through the mud. They've made false accusations that I won't go through, that I would not say from this podium against the president of the United States, and they should be held to account for their falsehoods. Joe Scarborough should be held to account for saying people will die by taking hydroxychloroquine. Never mind the millions of Americans and people across the world who take it for rheumatoid arthritis and other reasons. There are a litany of false headlines like Mika
spreading a false conspiracy theory that suggests that he's responsible for murder?
I would point you back to Joe Scarborough, who laughed and joked about this item on Don Imus's show. It's Joe Scarborough that has to answer these questions.
Don't take responsibility for anything. Just deflect, dodge. No, it's somebody else. It's somebody else. Look over there. Don't look over here. Look over there. It's just worthless. I don't even know why they even give this woman time. They shouldn't even have, the press shouldn't even show up to these things, because what's the point? Why give them an opportunity to lie to the American public, right? And let's not forget what Mike Pence, who's in charge of the pandemic, said literally said this on the Gerardo Rivero show. I think by Memorial Day weekend, we will have this coronavirus epidemic behind us. Yeah, that was what, Wednesday? Good news, folks. It's behind us. Nailed it. No. We're right in the fucking throes of it, you goddamn idiots. And this is how they view you, folks. This is how the fucking ghouls on the Republican side, the fucking ghouls that work for the White House, this is how they fucking see you. You're human capital stock.
We don't have, our capital stock hasn't been destroyed. Our human capital stock is ready to get back to work. And so that there are lots of reasons to believe.
Yeah, aren't you ready to get back to work? Human capital stock. You're nothing but a dollar sign of these people, folks. They've literally reduced your lives to a dollar sign, and they're publicly just fucking saying it. Aren't you ready to go back out and die for the economy, folks? Aren't you ready to go back out and die so Jeff Bezos can make another $1 trillion? Yeah, human capital stock. That's what you are, folks. You're basically cows to them, to be sacrificed upon the altar of capitalism. And speaking of Trump's idiot press secretary, even though they're spent like $150 million on golfing trips, they do this dog and pony show where, look, he donated his $400,000 salary after extracting, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars from the United States taxpayers, which is exactly what's happening when he goes and has all these golf trips at his Mar-a-Lago, and he has the Secret Service staying there. They charge us with those bills, and they go directly into his pocket. I don't know how that's not fucking... It is illegal, but he can do anything. So instead, they do this dog and pony show where, look, he's donating his shit, even though he's sucking off of us. But Kayleigh McEnany announced today that Trump was donating part of the president's salary to HHS. She displayed one of his checks during the announcement. She also displayed Trump's private bank account and routing numbers. Hilarious. These people are just so fucking incompetent in every way. I'm sure they rushed to change that shit. I don't know if he got hacked or not, but... Incompetence! Thou's name is the Trump administration in every fucking way. And then Taylor Swift! Love me some Taylor Swift. Hell yeah. The Man. If you ever heard that song, The Man, that is one of the greatest feminist songs I've ever heard. It makes me tear up sometimes. I know I'm weak and pathetic for saying that, but it does. It's a great song that kind of helps you understand what it's like to be a woman in this country, or in this world. But anyway, get his ass, Taylor Swift. She's usually apolitical, but she's tired of the bullshit. She's standing up. She's like, after stoking the fires of white supremacy and racism, your entire presidency, you have the nerve to feign moral superiority before threatening violence. When the looting starts, the shooting starts, we will vote you out in November. Hell yeah, you go, Taylor Swift. Finally glad to see some of these celebrities starting to stand up, not giving a shit if they lose fans or not. You're already so rich, who gives a shit? And some of them are mad. You've lost a lot of fans, Taylor Swift. Must be nice to live out of the normal, everyday struggles of American people while you sit high and judge others. Fuck you. Good riddance. Bye, Felicia. Who gives a fucking shit? She got 1.3 million likes for this, which is amazing. Shut up, Taylor. Shit, girl, shut the fuck up. Nope. Taylor Swift don't need you, motherfuckers. She got plenty of money. She got plenty of fans. And, you know, she should make a lot more fans for doing this, for standing up for what she believes is right. If she was saying the exact opposite, if she was saying she supported Trump, you guys will love her, you know. But she's a celebrity that says something you're against. So shut up, celebrities. Why are we even listening to celebrities? All right, I guess we'll stop right here and check the chats. Still got a lot more to cover. I don't know. Holy shit, we still got a lot of show to go. Lot of show to go and only 30 minutes to do it. Maybe we'll do a little overtime tonight. How can a country allow this? Because we have a system where if you get 3 million less votes than your opponent, you can still get elected. Where some people's votes count more than others depending on the geography they live in. The entire system is corrupt. So many reasons. Dodging like the Matrix, I know, right? Just pathetic to watch. Wow, a rich person donating money. She's such a ninny. Yep. Complete fucking idiot, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure Trump loves her. Taylor Swift is cool. She won a fan since she showed she has morality. Yep. I liked Taylor Swift before it was cool. Hells yeah. I'm a metal guy, but I like Taylor. Hell yeah. Call me Taylor. Shh. You into short order, guys? Let's do it. The alt-right tried to claim Taylor Swift for years. Delusional. Yep, they're getting a hard lesson now, aren't they? Funny how people jerk off people like Ricky Gervais and Clint Eastwood, but can't people like Taylor Swift and Brie Larson. I know. It's fine if you say what they want you to say. Did you hear about the Starship explosion? I did hear about that, sort of. That was the one that Elon Musk thing. Somebody said that they did it on purpose because they were testing something. I don't really know. I haven't really read about it too much yet. I'll have to look that up later. Okay. Let me check the super chats. Then I'll start strolling back through the rest of the show. Yeah, all right. Much love, Dusty. Much love, Joseph M. Birkenheimer. Appreciate that. Meldruck, $10. Trump is a Nazi. Look at today's bleach drinkers. Then look at 1930s original. The psychology is identical. I mean, I can absolutely understand how somebody like Hitler rose to power. I'm not saying that Trump is exactly like Hitler, is as bad as Hitler is, but the Trump presidency has definitely been eye-opening to understand exactly how a cult leader can rise to power and do a lot of fucking evil while people sit by and allow him to do it. It's nuts to watch. A Giannis, $5. When facts and evidence are against you, what are you? These people don't care about facts and evidence. I'm about to show you during Chud Watch, one of the Trump podcasters just full out admitting that he lies and he doesn't care about the truth or facts. All he cares about is beating Democrats because that's what they do. It's all about fucking winning. It has nothing to do with logic or reason. Proto, $5. I don't get why anyone wouldn't do anything to get Trump out of office. I'm completely confused why some think Biden and Trump are the same. Insane. I think it's because it's popular amongst some of the left right now who are pissed off that Bernie Sanders didn't get the nomination, and so they're just doing what's popular. They're just having fucking whiny shit fits, and they're getting supported for it. You know, Kyle Kalinske making over $200,000 a year just on Patreon alone. He's making that fucking bank. Why would he do otherwise? When he's being supported for it, you motherfuckers need to stop supporting him, in my opinion. But he'll probably get supported more because, like I said, there are these crypto fucking MAGAs out there who want people to suffer. They didn't get their way with Bernie Sanders, and so if they have to make us suffer for 50 fucking years to get their way, do it. Another 4 years of Trump, why not? I didn't get my way, you guys did. People gotta suffer until you give me my way. HS Ross, $5. What would you recommend doing on social media about things like Minneapolis? Reply to tweets at misbehaving politicians. Other ideas? Yeah, well, peaceful protests are good, obviously, if you can get out there and join the peaceful protest. But, you know, spread the good information. Show that the majority of them are being peaceful to offset this narrative that they're all just out there looting and misbehaving, because they're not. And, yeah, like, retweet the bad things Trump's doing. Retweet the bad things other politicians are doing. Retweet the bad things the police are doing. Hold them fucking accountable. Name and shame. You know? People like to say shame is not an effective tool, but shame is an amazing fucking tool for social change. So, mock these people into extinction, in my opinion. Joseph in Burkheimer, $1.99. Thank you, Joseph. Space Ghost, Martian, $2. This World. Please sing me some Kanye. Okay. Kanye. What kind of Kanye? My favorite song Kanye, though, still is just... I sing it all the time, though. Is... how about... I'm not going to sing it to Kanye. I was trying to think of some good Kanye to sing. I don't avoid any questions, but I'm drawing a fucking blank on Kanye songs right now. How about, it's amazing, I'm the reason, everybody's fired up this evening, I'm exhausted, barely breathing. How about that? Pretty close. All right, HS Ross, $10. Of course, the way cows get treated isn't okay either. But I know what you mean about the human capital stock comment. They don't care about workers anymore than machines. Yeah, cows definitely get treated bad. Didn't mean to shit on the cows. But they think about us like they think about cows. They don't give a shit about cows. They don't give a shit about us. That's sort of the point. Fucking assholes. Laying digger this up, Dusty. Jowl and Door. Fetch me. Cal and Door are full-blown MAGAs. Crypto MAGAs. Amazing Atheist, apparently. I didn't see it, but apparently Amazing Atheist called me out on one of his videos for calling them crypto MAGAs, because he was like, are you saying Kyle Kalinske is actually a Trump supporter? Because Kyle Kalinske hates Trump. No, I'm not saying that he likes Trump. I'm saying he doesn't dislike Trump enough to stop helping him to win. And that makes him a crypto fucking MAGA. Crypto, one of the definitions of crypto simply means doing something that you don't avow, that you're not owning up to. And if you're going out there and actively helping Trump get elected, without owning up to that's what you're fucking doing, Crypto MAGA is fucking perfect as a descriptor for you. I don't care how much you hate Trump. If you're still fucking helping him regardless, then you're fucking helping him, right? Own up to that shit. Quit being a fucking weasel about it. Admit that's what you're doing. At least then I might have a smidge more respect for your weasel ass. Another $5 from HS Ross. I can't see it. Let's see. Did you see Jimmy Dore doing anti-COVID conspiracy theory? That guy's full of trash. Yeah, he's gone fucking nuts, man. His entire shit is just propaganda against the left now. Pretending he's from the left, shitting on the left. It's 100% the Sargon playbook. 100% the Tim Pool playbook at this point. And of course, who is he influencing? People like Joe Rogan, who get on fucking his hugely popular show and spread that conspiracy bullshit. Should be ashamed. Okay. What's a Crypto MAGA? Basically, Crypto MAGA is someone who was on the left, quote unquote, and is using their platform, speaking to lefties, to make them either not vote for Joe Biden or less likely to vote for Joe Biden, and in some cases, not vote for Joe Biden and vote for Trump. They're helping Trump get elected. If you're talking to a bunch of lefties and you're convincing them not to vote for Joe Biden when these are people that would more than likely vote for Joe Biden usually, or they can at least be easily talked into voting for Joe Biden. If you're helping them not to vote or vote for somebody else that's not Joe Biden, you're helping fucking Donald Trump. They hate fucking the fact that Bernie didn't get elected so bad that they're willing to fucking sabotage Joe Biden and help Donald Trump get elected. That's exactly what they're fucking doing. A lot of them are doing it. A lot of these lefties and bread tubers are involved in this right now. They're fucking Crypto MAGAs, in my opinion. All right. More super chats, please. Hey, Dusty. This is from Kinky. Maybe one day you could do a show on conspiracy theories, which are on the rise lately. Love for you and a furry fellow. Sure, I might do a whole show on that one day. That sounds like an interesting idea. All right, let me continue out the show. Might have to do some overtime. Still got so much fucking shit to cover. So now it's time for Chud Watch. Let me bring up my fucking graphic for Chud Watch. Chud Watch, Chud Watch, Chuddy, 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 Chud Watch, Chud Watch. Yeah, now we're going to talk about fucking Chud. So you guys definitely saw this. This is that, got a fucking flea on me. Fuck you, flea. God damn it, I hate these fucking fleas so much. I wish I could murder everybody. Like, I swear to God, I hate fleas so bad. If we landed on another planet and we found out that fleas somehow became sentient and they're actually good human beings, good, not humans, good insects that care about old people and actually have a good social safety net to take care of their whole societies, they've evolved to that point, I still would want to wipe every one of them out just because you're a fucking flea. Fuck you. Death to fleas everywhere in the universe, in my opinion. So anyway, you guys saw this video, but I'm going to go ahead and play it anyway. This gay black activist, doesn't really matter if he's gay or any of that, but he is, so might as well mention that. So he's out at a, I guess, Central Park, and he's bird watching. He's actually in a documentary about bird watching. He's not just saying he was bird watching as an excuse. He was actually bird watching. He's a birder. He's like famous for being a birder, which I guess is what they fucking call bird watchers. So he was out in Central Park where all these rare birds are starting to fly through now, and sometimes people have their dogs off leashes out there. So he goes up to them and he asks them to put their dogs on leashes because they scare the birds away and they claw through the foliage and they hurt the park. And so this woman was like, basically, fuck you. And he said to her, well, if you're not going to put your dog on a leash, you're not going to do what you're supposed to do, then I'm not going to do what I'm supposed to do, and you're not going to like it. So he starts to pull out a treat, a dog treat, that he carries around with him in these circumstances because he knows, according to him, that the people that don't have their dogs on leashes, the people that are not obeying the leash laws, they hate it when strangers give their dogs treats and stuff. So he does that to kind of fuck with them. So he starts trying to give this dog a treat, and the woman freaks out and calls the cops on him and basically uses her white privilege to try to make it look like she's being attacked and threatened so that the cops will come and, beat the fucking shit out of this guy. This is a perfect example of using your white privilege to try to step on the throats of a minority and know exactly what the fuck you're doing when you're doing it. Let's have a look.
Please stop. Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to
And
me.
I'm taking pictures and calling the cops.
Poor dog.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
I'm going to tell them there's an African American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
Like, she's not scared at all. She's walking up to him. She's not frightened for her life in any way. She's choking her poor fucking dog, but she knows that she can use her white privilege to threaten this guy. Knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. Poor dog.
I'm sorry, I'm in the ramble, and there is a man, African American, he has a bicycle helmet. He is recording me and threatening me and my dog.
She has to constantly mention he's black, see? She wants them to know, but you can tell by my voice that I'm white. And there's a black guy, he's threatening me. Come help me, cops! Do what you do! Get this evil darky!
There is an African American man.
Gotta say it again.
He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog. And my
Oh, dog.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops immediately.
Look at her.
I'm in Central Park in the ramble. I don't know.
Thank you.
Cry, like, playing it up, crying like she's in imminent danger, so they'll come out and shoot him. She knows exactly what happens when you call the cops on black folks, and they don't give a fuck, folks. She's exactly like Melody Cooper said. Oh, when Karens take a walk with their dogs off the leash in the famous Rumble, New York City Central Park, where it's clearly posted on signs that dogs must be leashed at all times, and someone like my brother, an avid birder, politely asked her to put her dog on the leash. That's what happened. Let's get one thing very clear. She was not afraid of him, and she wasn't. She was walking up to him, it's clear. She was pissed that he had corrected her. In order to show him that she had more power than him, she used her whiteness to show him that she could control whether he lived or died by lying to the police. Total power play, and this is what white people have done to black people for fucking ever, man. Abso-fucking-lutely ever. And I agree with some of the other comments. Notice how her immediate response is to tell the cops an African-American man is threatening her. She weaponized her tears and knows that the fastest way for cops to respond is to put her virtual white hood on. Yep, exactly. Disgusting, a reminder of Emmett Till. Nothing has changed. Exactly. Let's see, I have the Emmett Till thing here somewhere. Here's Emmett Till. White woman falsely accused this 14-year-old boy of hitting on her or talking to her inappropriately, and this is what they did to him. This is what the white people have been doing to the black people for the fucking beginning of time, using their whiteness as a tool, as a fucking cudgel to bludgeon you with. Oh my God, you corrected me, Blackie? You corrected me, Darky? Hell no. I'm gonna call the fucking stormtroopers in to stomp your fucking skull in. I dare you talk to me like that, Darky. It's exactly what it is. Tell me there's not a fucking white supremacy power structure in this country. Fucking tell me that shit. Fuck you. Fuck everybody that's not willing to stand up and admit it. Fuck everybody who's not willing to use their privilege to fight back against the system. If you don't, you're part of the problem. You have to own up to it. Let's see. There's a couple more comments about this. Oh yeah, this is the guy who made the video. Chris Cooper. This is the scary dude, the very scary man that she was so frightened of, this gay bird watcher. He's been the co-chair of board of directors for the Gay Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation GLAAD in the late 80s, so he's like a gay icon, right? Harmless guy, and it doesn't even matter. It wouldn't matter if he was fucking like, looked like a gang member or whatever. Wouldn't matter what he was wearing. Wouldn't matter what his attitude was like, but still, it's even more funny, the fact that he's just like this milquetoast, gay bird-watching black guy, and she's still freaked out. That's how racist our society is. Even the least threatening black people freak the fuck out of white women and white people in general. But anyway, it did not go well for her. She was terminated from her job. I don't know how people feel about that. Some people might not like the fact that she was terminated from her job, but like, if you don't want to be terminated from your job, maybe don't go out public and try to get black people killed for speaking against you. Just a thought. And also, her dog was taken away from her, so that's good. She's fucking basically strangling that dog. Obviously does not give a fucking shit about that dog. So the Abandoned Angels Cocker Spaniel Rescue, I guess that's where she got her dog from. She voluntarily surrendered the dog back to her, so hopefully it went to a good home. So, having a bad week, and of course she does what they always do. I'm not a racist. I didn't do anything wrong. I know. Well, she admitted that she was wrong, but they always do that. I'm not a racist. I was just having a bad day. This is not a representative of me, and it's always like this. 3 stages of Karen. The call. Hello, 911. Yes, they're being black in public, and then they're always like, I don't care if you record me. I don't care. Do it. Go ahead. Post your videos. And then when they go viral, they're always like, no, I'm so misunderstood. I'm the least racist person ever. I worked with a black lady once. We never spoke, but she was there. I have a Prince CD. Just classic. Your Prince CD ain't saving you, Karen. But of course, Tim Pool, millionaire Tim Pool, thinks all of this is blown out of proportion. This ain't no big deal. Why are we even talking about this? Why are we even talking about a white lady trying to get a black man killed for speaking to her? The Amy Cooper story is stupid. Are we really this bored that we all dedicate time to arguing about 2 people shit-talking to each other? Yeah, this is just shit-talking, folks. Don't pay attention to this, folks. Don't admit that there's a white supremacist power structure that we need to dismantle, folks. Just don't think about it. Just whatever appeals to the fucking racist shithead that made him a millionaire. Tim Pool will fucking lick their assholes every fucking day. Such a shame that this country rewards this type of behavior over and over again, but he a millionaire. Millionaire Tim Pool sucks ass. And guess that's all of that I'm gonna cover. We're still gonna do the Chud Watch though. Speaking of Chud Watch, I lived in the Ozarks, folks, and I don't even know where the fuck the Lake of the Ozarks is. But look at all these fucking idiots. No social distancing. Ah, loud. Shut the fuck up. No social distancing. No mask. Like, I don't even see how that's fun. I don't even see how it's fun to stand in 2 feet of water, shoulder to shoulder with a bunch of fucking strangers and just sit there. Okay? And can you imagine how much pee is in that pool? Whole fucking thing, you know it's gotta be goddamn nothing but urine. Tell you what, if I was there, I'd be peeing all over that fucking pool. I'd be passing the fucking restroom just to pee in the pool. I mean, when I was a kid, my brother told me that they put a chemical in the water that when you pee in the pool, it surrounds you with a red ring so everybody knows you peed in the pool. And my goddamn, that scared the shit out of me. I believed it, but I was like, no, I pee in the pool all the time. Everybody knows. But he lied. There's no such chemical in the fucking pool. Anyway, idiots, morons. And speaking of idiots and morons, oh my God, listen to this motherfucker. Like I said, folks, they don't give a shit about the truth. They don't give a shit about facts and logic. They full on admit they lie to you. They twist. They don't care about right and wrong. It's all about winning to these motherfuckers. Look at this goddamn idiot.
I don't give a fuck about being factual. This is political entertainment. I make shit up all the time. I've told you that. Fuck. Like, we don't want to be fake news. I don't give a fuck. It's not my objective. My objective is to destroy Democrats. Okay? Destroy liberals, liberalism as an idea, Democrats, and anything that opposes President Trump. That's my goal.
It's a goal.
I've never made any bones about
This
that.
is exactly what Scientology does. Scientology, I don't give a shit about the facts. We just make shit up. Whatever it takes to destroy our opponents.
Because I don't give a fuck. I screw up names all the time. I fucking make up shit sometimes from time to time. I don't care.
Look at this fucking bobblehead motherfucker. You can literally hear the shit slashing around his brains.
I don't care. Democrats know it. Republicans know it. I don't mind admitting it. I don't give a shit. This is political entertainment. There's a difference. I'm not Tracy Beans. I do my best to break down news in a concise and honest way when it's relevant. But when I get a chance to shit on the left, I don't mind making shit up. No, not at all. Not at all. Go ahead. You can play that one.
This is what they all do, folks. They don't argue in good faith, so there's no reason to take them seriously. You can't use logic and reason to change someone who doesn't believe in truth, who doesn't care about logic and reason and facts. All they care about is the cruelty, about destroying their perceived opponents. They're cult members. It's a fucking cult. But, you know, they're just right out admitting it, and he still will be rewarded for it. Because the Trump people don't give a shit. They don't give a shit what's true. All they care is about tribalism, their side winning. And here's some bad COVID-19 takes from another chud. If the masks work, why do we need 6 feet? If the 6 feet works, why do we need masks? Yeah. If seatbelts work, why do we need airbags? Right? It all makes sense, folks. Yeah, if seatbelts work, why do I need a brake pedal? Just genius, right? They're not sending their best, folks. Definitely not sending their best. And speaking of idiots, Dave Rubin, so fucking stupid. Prediction, Trump gets 30% of the black vote. Oh my goddamn hell. Trump is polling at 3% with black people, and the polls have a margin of error of 3%. They'll say anything, folks. Like I said, Dave Rubin is just like that guy I just showed you. They'll make up shit. They don't care about what the truth is. Whatever it takes to fucking win. And look how bizarre this shit is. These are elected fucking officials. The Bexar County GOP chair. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're just appointed by the GOP. But concludes this rally by stating the coronavirus is a hoax perpetuated by the Democrats. These are the literal representatives for the GOP party.
Why is this happening today? And I'll tell you why. All of this has been promulgated by the Democrats to undo all the good that President Trump has done for our country, and they are worried.
100,000 people dead.
Take off your mask.
30 million unemployed. The GOP representatives are telling you it's a hoax and you should take off your mask.
Are worried. So take off your mask, exercise your constitutional rights, stand up, speak up, and vote Republican. My name is Cynthia Brim, and I'm the chairman for the Republican Party of Bexar County. Thank you.
Like, even if you think that Joe Biden is exactly the same as Donald Trump and would do nothing differently, even if you're stupid enough to believe that fucking bullshit, at least we should get rid of Trump to fuck these people, to stick it to these people, to make them upset, to make her cry. I know that's fucking petty, but goddammit, fuck these people. Why give them a win? Why let them be happy when they're this big of pieces of shit? You do every fucking thing you can to ruin these motherfuckers' day. If you need no other excuse whatsoever, just to stick it to these motherfuckers, in my opinion. Fucking calculants. All right, next we're going to talk about Joe Rogan. God damn it, Joe Rogan. Most popular podcast on the fucking planet, folks. He is so goddamn stupid. This fucking meathead, Bro Rogan. Listen to this fucking toxic bullshit.
This. You seen they have fences now? People are setting up beach fences. Yeah. They're selling beach fences. You set it up, you stick it in the sand, and you mark off your area.
Oh my god.
Social distancing. We're creating dorks.
You're such a dork for not wanting to get sick and your grandma killed. Me and my buddies gonna come over and kick sand in your face. What you doing, dork? You trying to have social distancing? God damn it, this guy's a fucking moron. How is he so popular? It's just crazy. Just shows you why we had Trump as president, folks. When fucking shitheads like this are making $100 million on Spotify. I even said before that I didn't think Spotify was going to get their money back by hiring Joe Rogan. And somebody pointed out, dude, as soon as they announced it, their stock went up by like $2 billion. They already made their money back. So it shows you what I fucking know. Bad behavior, always rewarded, always forever. And here he is talking about how a genius Trump is. Trump knows how to use the internet. I'll play it and then I'll critique it.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
This is Donald Trump. This is actually Donald Trump.
So first he's going to play, right on his show, the most popular podcast in the world. He's using his platform to play Donald Trump ads for free. Crypto MAGA, folks. This is what I'm talking about. Absolutely trying to help Donald Trump get elected. No, that's what he's doing. Don't give a fuck.
Trump Snapchat, and he put this. This is these guys right here. This, and it comes with this fucking music.
And he's so entertained by it. It's so genius. And basically, he's talking about Joe Biden's candidacy being dead. Look how hilarious it is. It's just the lowbrow bullshit. The same bottom of the barrel, lowest common denominator, stupid shit that Trump supporters would like. But look how funny Joe Rogan thinks it is. It's hilarious.
There's so many knockouts. Here it is.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
And it's them carrying a coffin that says Biden for president on the coffin.
The president tweeted that.
Yes, of course he did. Look, dude, he knows how to use the internet, man. And
Sure
his son knows how to use the internet. Donald Trump.
Yeah, they know how. See, it's so stupid. They know how to use the internet instead of being honest. They know how to post ridiculous bullshit on the internet. The cringiest shit. that appeals to children and the lowest common denominator. That's what you should have said. But now I got to brag up. They know how to use this shit. Yeah, they know how to attract the biggest pieces of cow dung like you, Joe Rogan. Sure they do. If that's what you mean by using the internet, that's not hard to do. It's not hard to act like a shithead on the internet and appeal and attract other shitheads. That's the simplest fucking shit in the world. I'm glad you're so fucking entertained by it and you're trying to help Trump get fucking reelected and whatnot, but it's frustrating to watch. I can assure you of that. And oh yeah, look at this fucking. Like I said, folks, if you think Joe Biden and Trump are the same, even if you're stupid enough to think that, at least let's get Trump out of office to stick it to these motherfuckers to make them have a bad day for petty reasons. If you don't need any other reason, any self-preservation, you know, women's right to choose, any of the good stuff, if none of that sways you, at least to be petty to these motherfuckers.
Hello, I'm Douglas D.B. Stearns. I'm a precinct chair for the Republican Party. I'm also an election judge. Coronavirus, China virus, Chicom virus from China.
Look how happy he is. Chicom virus from China. Oh, nice, so cute and clever and edgy. It's the Chinese virus. Serenity now, insanity later.
The chance of catching the Wuhan flu is 0.05%. It still comes out to 0.05. That's your chance of even catching this flu. What are my qualifications to talk about details? I was a data analyst for many years. Hello, I'm...
Hooray! It's still got a 1% death rate for people over 65, you know. That's why we're taking the precautions, because it is slaughtering the elderly at unprecedented rates. Look what's happening in the goddamn old folks' homes. Please slight these motherfuckers. Pettiness. Pettiness. If nothing else, be petty. And I don't know if this is real or not, folks. A lot of people think it's real. A lot of people think this woman is just acting. We've got to the point right now where it's posed law. It's impossible to tell who's serious and who's trolling because the Trump supporters have gotten so fucking insane. I'll play the video and then we'll talk about it.
I'm shaking and so furious right now after talking to my doctor. I had just a phone visit because I was wanting to get a prescription for hydroxychloroquine just in case. Not now, but just in case. I wanted to make sure that he was okay with prescribing that.
So she calls her doctor to try to get a prescription for something she doesn't need. And she's mad at him for not prescribing something he doesn't believe in and she doesn't need.
You know, I just discovered my doctor to be suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, and he was literally said that the president is crazy and that he's being irresponsible with people's lives. And believe me, I gave him a dose of my outrage and tried to share some actual facts with him, but you know how that works with people who are under the Trump derangement syndrome virus and under the spell. So I'm sorry, I'm very, very upset right now, but I really think that this needs to get out there, that we have doctors all over this country that are denying us the right to try when we have the legal right to try. So I don't know who I'm talking to, President Trump or the Justice Department or, you know, certainly nobody in my state will hear me. I'm in Washington State in Seattle. Anyways, more shall be revealed.
Yes, help me, Trump. Help me, Justice Department. Force my doctor to give me an unproven drug that he doesn't believe in and want to prescribe to me. So what do you think, folks? Is that real or not? I have no idea. I'm thinking it may be real, unfortunately. because that's the kind of crazy shit we're living in. And I guess I may not do all the material I have, but I am going to do a little bit of overtime. We'll do maybe 15 minutes overtime tonight. Call it a night, and I'll save the rest of this stuff for later. And here's Ben Shapiro, little Benny Shapiro, and the Daily Wire folks explaining why race riots only happen in years that can benefit Democrats. Yeah.
They're being hunted down. And we're being told is that there is this epidemic. It's happening according to LeBron James, every time people of color walk out of their door, they're being hunted down. And that just simply isn't the case. Statistics show that's not the case. The reason that these stories become such media sensations is precisely because they're so rare. And you can see this even in this kind of ridiculous altercation in Central Park. There's a piece in the New York Times written by someone whose name I don't know with some points that I don't even care to really read. But the one point they make, the central thesis is that this woman knew she could just give a couple distressed cries and bring the weight of white supremacy down on this man's body. That's almost the exact word she used.
That's 100%
and the fact is, that's not what happened.
Yeah, because they
That's not
left.
what happened at all. Actually, she made her distressed cries. She got her job taken away. She got her dog taken away from her. And this guy, this weirdo who goes up to women in parks and has treats just to lure their dogs away, is fine. I'm glad he's fine. I'm glad that he's going on with his life. But the reality of what the left is pushing every 4 years, as Jeremy says, and the reality of the situation, those are totally different.
There are only race riots essentially in years when it can benefit the Democrats in presidential elections. You had riots going on in St. Louis, wasn't it, in Ferguson during the 2012 election. It wouldn't have been beneficial to have had the same thing happen in 2016, so it didn't. Now it is beneficial again in an election against Donald Trump here in 2020, so we're going to go through it again. We'll go through it again the next time it's beneficial to them in a presidential
Although I will say
election.
the Ferguson riots, though, happened in 2014. So I don't think it's entirely electoral.
The Ferguson riots happened in 2014. Yeah, I'm Liberty Shapiro. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about, right?
That's right, folks. It's all a hoax. It's all a Democrat hoax. The fucking coronavirus Democrat hoax. Fucking riots are Democrat hoax. People are really not that upset about it. They're just doing this to get Trump out of office. It's all a conspiracy all the time. But you know that's true. And, oh my God. Here's the Cat Williams impersonator. Got 8,000 likes for this. Holy shit, this guy's so cringe. This guy's a comedian. But remember how they told us continuously, oh my God, liberals can't take a joke. They're trying to cancel comedians for telling jokes, folks. The liberals have gone crazy. Exactly what they're doing here. Kathy Griffin told a joke about Donald Trump having somebody shoot air in his bloodstream. Clearly making a fucking joke, and look at him freak out about it. Try to cancel Kathy Griffin over it. But when they do it, it's not the same thing, folks. It's not cancel culture when they do it. It's not them not having a sense of humor. It's not them not being able to take a joke, folks. It's different. They have a different set of rules. But this guy's character, man, it's so annoying. I warn you ahead of time. He's trying to channel Cat Williams so bad, and it's just so cringe.
I'm calling on the FBI, the CIA, and the Secret Service to lock up Kathy Griffin. Why is this carrot top looking boy not in custody right now? She threatened the president of the United States of America. So why is she still at home sitting on a couch with carrots on the top of her head? Why is she not in jail right now? That's what I want to know.
Because she's not seriously threatening anybody. No one literally believes that she is going to kill the president, or she's encouraging people to do it. She's making edgy jokes, which I don't even agree with. I even think that's dumb. But at the same time, you guys are snowflakes. You guys are hypocrites.
You don't threaten the president. First, she held a decapitated head of President Trump. Now she is talking.
All right, that's about like a handstand of that dude. What a cringe character that guy plays. But he's being rewarded for it, so what you going to do? I guess I can understand. He's making bank doing that character, so more power to him, I guess. And, oh yeah, here's Lou Dobbs saying that President Trump is the greatest president in history. 40 million unemployed, 100,000 people dead. Greatest president ever! And it's not South Korea, it's not North Korea, folks. This is America, yo. And speaking of COVID, Karens, oh my God. This is America! Like, this is what they're doing, folks. Here's her protest. She's decided to wear a mask as a bikini. Go to the store, buy paper towels, and look at this guy looking at her like, what are you doing? Oh my God. Like, I give it to her like she's like a woman in her late 30s, I'm assuming, and she's stayed in pretty good shape. She's like, I gotta do something that's gonna show my body off. I worked hard for this body. What can I do? Hey, let me wear a fucking bikini and make it out of mask and go grocery shopping. I shall not blindly follow. I live a new modern fearless priestess. Makes her own rules. Yeah. And they're all just like, what are you doing, you crazy woman? Oh, good God. And this guy's like tweeting like, you not believe what the fuck is happening in my day. Holy shit. Crazy ass people. Funny, 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 funny. And another example of Karen, this crazy ass lady. She don't like it when you don't speak English. This is America. You gotta speak English. Gotta go butt into other people's lives and business for no fucking reason because I'm so goddamn privileged. I have to ruin your fucking day.
We speak English.
So?
We don't have to listen.
Who say that? Who say that? Who say that? Can you speak Spanish?
I'm just going to tell you what, senor.
Go fish.
When the authorities come to shut your...
Okay, Karen, bye. Karen, bye. You want to talk to the manager?
You know what? Mr. Trump will say, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, my God.
Like I said, folks, if it's nothing for pettiness alone, if that's the only reason you need to oppose fucking Trump, that's enough. Stick it to these motherfuckers. These goddamn horrible, racist fucking pieces of shit. Who revel in the fact that Trump is president. Who are inspired by his racism and ignorance. Fuck Cal Kalinske. Fuck Jimmy Dore. Fuck these crypto MAGAs who are not doing everything in their power to talk their left-leaning audience into fucking over these goddamn motherfuckers. Tired of this shit. We should be mad about this goddamn racist bullshit. That is the correct response. Anger. Speaking of ignorant assholes, Tommy Lauren, I gotta hand it to COVID-19. You sure did expose the sheep among us. This is a fucking bitch. Gender slayer, don't give a shit. This fucking bitch created a clothing line based around patriotism with American flags printed on it and then sold them to her gullible fucking fan base, and every one of them was made in China. Talk about fucking sheep. Fucking leader of the goddamn sheep. Gonna talk about people wearing masks or sheep. Fuck it. Let's give him a bad day, folks. Let's let Trump lose in a crushing landslide to give these motherfuckers a bad day. Who's with me? Pettiness 2020. Only excuse I need. I got plenty of other ones. I got plenty of other ones I can shame you with, but all you need is fucking pettiness, in my opinion. Bill Mitchell, here he goes. Somebody says, how you feeling about this one, Bill Mitchell? All you liberals claiming COVID-19 is the worst plague in history of mankind. Will you also agree Trump is the greatest of all time 60 days from now when we've beaten it? Yeah, this was March 23rd. It's been over 60 days. We just passed 100,000. We're right in the midst of it. Do we beat it? No. No. So is he going to take responsibility? How you feeling about this one? I'm feeling perfect. I was right all along. Yeah, 100,000 people dead. I'm right. Everything I've said is right. Here he is. On a comparison basis, H1N1 was exponentially worse. When we get to 12,000 U.S. dead from COVID, we can talk. We're at 100,000. But I was right about everything. They're just faking the numbers. It's just pettiness, folks. Pettiness. Let's make these motherfuckers cry. Let's make them fucking whine like bitches by getting Trump out of office. And if you're not with me on this, fuck you. If you're not with me on fucking these motherfuckers over, fuck you. Can't stand your asses. You deserve to be fucking embarrassed. And look, this is the quartering. This is a video the fucking quartering put out, folks. Look at this dated, homophobic bullshit being put out by the right in 2020 and being rewarded for it.
And I'll tell you why I can't put up with you people, because you're bastard people. That's what you are. You're just bastard people, and I'm going home and I'm gonna
maybe this was the quarter. Maybe
my
this was
pillow.
is this the quarter? Is this oh yes, the quartering. All right. But trying to make The whole point of this is to emasculate gay people and make them seem weak with these outdated gay stereotypes.
When I'm going home and I'm gonna bite my pillow is what I'm gonna do.
So cringe. Everything about this is cringe. And look at him. He's gay, so he's a weakling. He doesn't know how to fight. God damn it, you guys are cringe. This is why we fight back against this shit, folks. This is what still is incredibly popular on YouTube. This is what the anti-SJW movement brought us. And all the fucks that helped create that are now darlings of the left who have not taken responsibility for it. This is the kind of shit you ushered in. Yeah, you should take some responsibility for it, in my opinion. But, yep. Wonder why Minnesota's numbers are starting to skyrocket. Here's these fucking idiot Trump supporters screaming at this guy to take his mask off. Just randomly fucking harassing people for no reason, dudes. Yes, let's stick it to these motherfuckers. Let's stick it to them. And speaking of motherfuckers we need to stick it to, goddamn. Hard to believe this is real, folks, but someone sent Jesse Lee Peterson a cotton picking sack, and he proudly put it on. Gift from my friends at WTSB, a cotton picking sack. I love it. Yeah, let's give this guy, this racist guy, a pass by pretending like he's not dangerous, like he's just comic relief. No, he's a fucking racist. Should not be nice to this guy. Should call his ass out hard fucking core and not pretend like he's fucking harmless, because he ain't. A lot of white people love him because he's spreading racism to them and he's backing up their preconceived racist narratives. And this is America, yo. Yep. Colorado man shoots Waffle House cook who asked him to wear face mask. Come on, motherfuckers. Like, seriously. Can't we? It's just so embarrassing. What happened to this country? It can't always have been this bad. It just can't. And yes, it's ridiculous, folks, that priests are doing this now. This has become a thing where they're shooting kids and other people with water guns from across the room with their stupid magical holy water. But, like, I agree. Anything that keeps them 6 feet away from children, good. At least they might not be diddling them as much anymore, hopefully. Disgusting, crazy fucks. And this is what American police look like when they realize their shadow is black. Yeah, get that shadow. Smooth as fuck, yeah. This is when they come home and their wife doesn't have dinner ready. I think cops have something like a 500% increase in domestic violence cases. They're much, much, much more likely than the normal public to have committed crimes. Unsurprisingly, this is the kind of motherfucker the police department draws in. This is why we fight. And let's see. I guess I'm going to go ahead and skip to the palate cleansers, folks. Palate cleansers! Palate cleansers! Let's do the palate cleansers! And end the show. It's been a long one. Did you guys see this one? I guess they took a drone video behind this cart. Or I guess it's a truck that is going along the Himalaya mountains. And I'm just saying, that looks kind of dangerous. Just my opinion, you guys might want to be careful there. Might want to try to be careful a little bit. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Do what you want, but that looks iffy to me. And yes, that does look like a flying carpet from the angle they got. Pretty cool. And fun fact, in the movie Grease, this guy was supposed to be a teenager. Yeah, look at this teenager. He's what, 14, 15 tops. No way this guy's over 15 years old, right, folks? Gotta love those old movies. And last up, finish it with this palate cleanser. Did you guys know cats were solar powered? It's a true story. They love their sunlight. I guess they love to bask in the sun, so they all moving with the sunlight. They definitely know where the fuck it is all day long, moving with the sunlight. Get in this corner, back and forth, back and forth. Looks like my house. All of the pretty kitties. And I guess that's all I'm going to do. Did a little overtime tonight. I still have a bunch of shit to cover, and I will cover it on Monday, which will be here before you fucking know it. So let me read chats, and I'll finish up the show. Ooh. Let's see what we got over there. These chats. Hard right comedy has always been shitty. Yeah, there's no good right-wing comedians. There's just something about being right-wing that doesn't make you funny. I don't know what it is. All right, let me go to the regular chats. Boom, what you guys gotta say in the regular chats. Share it with your friends. Yeah, like and subscribe, folks. Be sure to share the videos on your social media. Whatever you can do, help me out. Education has been in the toilet for a few decades. The GOP loves ignorance. Yep, and voter suppression. When people become informed, they don't vote Republicans. That's true. Like, the more education you have, the more likely you are to be liberal. That is just the facts of the matter. Beta! Yep, definitely beta. Carlos Mazza is one gorgeous man. He ain't bad. I wouldn't kick him out of bed unless there's more room on the floor. Hell yeah. Get it. Bill Mitchell cheats at Donkey Kong. Would not be surprised to hear it. All right, let me check the super chats. Last chance to get in a super chat if you're able to, if you want to. Let me skip down. Saying Kanye already. I did that one. I did that one. Did that one. I guess I don't have any more super chats. All Dusty, don't blame these sentient social democratic fleas for what the fleas here do just because they're biologically related. That's like racist. I know. I am racist towards fleas, though. Sorry, I can't help it. I have a unnatural hatred, despising of fleas, so I have to take it out on every flea in the universe. And Lobo, $10, got one more. Can't see it, but I can scroll up and find it. Love you, Dustin. Tell me you love me also. I love you, Lobo. Thank you for supporting the show. You're an amazing human being. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate everybody who supported the show. There won't be a show Monday. You'll trip over to the cat this time? Probably. I have not done a Monday show in the last couple weeks. I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to try to get my shit together, but we'll see what the fuck happens. And love you guys. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Thank you for all the support. I will see you guys on Monday for another stellar fucking show, if the world still exists then. You guys stay safe out there. Fuck the police. And as always, logic. Fuck yes. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Boom. This is the greatest show. It's everything you ever want. It's everything you ever need. And it's here right in front of you. This is the greatest show. It's everything you ever want.